Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to week 12, day 3rd of practice in English. And we are experiencing love flow. Before the course, we would say, what is it? But after passing 12 weeks of course, where we are, how we learned love from the very first chapter. Babaji introduced God's love. It's not that egoic love, that personality love. We have seen ourselves separate, and that is wrong. He said, what is happening inside you? That gentle pulsation is God's love, is the whole creation in itself. Everything in the creation is vibrating. In that pulsation, you are connecting with everyone and the entire creation. And he said that you express this love in various forms. Your happiness, your peace, your abundance, your light. Everything is that. And start observing yourself from there. Whatever you do, every day when you go to the bed, you reflect. You reflect in the day what you were radiating or what you were reflecting in that moment. When God had only one ingredient with love, just think as a creator, as you, where you had only one ingredient to create everything. And you had that ability that you could never create one thing that is already created. So you started creating everything unique. When everything is unique, then everything is different from one another, even the experience of love. And that is why that is how he expanded the concept of love. If you as a creator, you would think I would make everything with love, you would never think there will be any experience other than love. Everything is expressed in love. But God had such a massive creation that we could experience not love, but everything. So far, before the course, before not understanding what love is. He created such creations who can create whatever they want. And you can create an illusion, you can create pain, you can create fear, you can create attachment. But even if you dig deeper, the basic fundamental thing will appear as love. We didn't have this ability to look at life like this. So far, we have been criticizing people and situation. Oh, this person is not letting me be myself. And that's where our life is stuck. And here in this chapter, very much like how it opens the first paragraph, that everything in this creation is love. From matter to energy and to the subtlest form. If you dig down, dig deep, you will find love. So all our angers, frustration, if we dig deep, that is what we will find. It's a simple introduction that says everything. But still we hold on to this truth until unless we realize that even in those easy moments of life, I am experiencing love. And Babaji has clearly mentioned in that first few paragraphs that when everything is created with just one thing, then everything is that one thing only. How it can be different? And in this chapter, a very few subtle things are there for us to remember how God um, made us unique, a unique expression of God, of Himself. We reflect Him, its qualities. And it is the love that is linked to God's thought, means it is in our heart where the gentle pulsation is. And we can connect to God's thought with that. And then in few paragraph down before from the last few paragraphs, it says every oneness is experience of love, and that is only one aspect of love. And when you experience that love, you experienced it differently all the time. And that is what God's intention is. We learned about God's plan, God's thought in week 7, and after that we started with digging with our thinking pattern, where we are not letting ourselves first how God has made us. So here it is revealed that God's intention is that we live that love in ourselves. And that is only possible when we live our uniqueness. Not borrowing it from anybody, any of the thought patterns, or any action that we do is, if it is taken by others, we are not living the truth that God wanted to express through us. So there beautiful connection and deep reflection that is needed in this chapter. Although it looks very simple, very easy. Yes, we recognize love, all these places, and but then why our life is like that? For this week 12, where we are experiencing love in terms of a feeling, it is the 12th chapter, not the first chapter. So first chapter is first know what love is before you could even think. Because otherwise we only speak from our ego point. A lower self can only speak about love either in fear or in attachment. Fear of losing somebody or losing somebody otherwise will develop those attachment. So silently, we are only working on two things within, is our own grudges with others, where we cannot accept their uniqueness, and our fears. Right? So deeper reflection. Did anybody read the chapter? So is it 3 times already read for English people? And for Hindi ones, it's 6 days, right? It will be very good, very deep understanding, easy. Do we understand when everything is made of love, how we are unique? Do we understand that from ourselves? Just write yes and no in the chat. The next paragraph, it is very well explained that, you know what, whatever each one of you have a very unique role to play in your life, very unique expression you have, the choices, the thought patterns, and that comes because God made you sovereign. Yes, then we are alive and we are learning, progressing. So let us get into the practice today. We had a very beautiful summary, and go back and listen to it again and again. But before going that, let us listen. Shaileshi, welcome him.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy to be with you today. All of you are experiencing a shift. This is what one thing I can perceive from the chat and from your expressions here. Kind of lost, but something is happening. You know that, right? Something is happening. Okay. Today I'm going to give you some more clarity, um, um, little more understanding of what love is. Right? You think that you know what love is, but I will give you a little more clarity on that. And it will help you understand what was the error so far. Just helping you with that, right? So, where was I actually not understanding properly? That part I'm going to explain today slightly deeper. And I'll try to make it easy for you to understand. Complex, because of the complex explanations, um, the mind rejects it. So for the mind to comprehend what love is, I'll try to explain somewhat today.
But the
Yesterday I
explanation never
got
have been
worried.
the explanation never have been complex. It's been simple and easy only.
Ah, the very fundamental that when we said um, love cannot be explained, mind cannot understand love. Love can only be felt. Why? I will explain that. Right? You you have so many examples in your life that like Rima ji is constantly about expressing love. So it can be seen, right? She is giving candy to the child. But what you are doing is you are actually, that's not love. And this is the explanation we have, because that the part of it which is felt is the love. So that's what I will explain. I will give you some more example. I will just remove the layers. It is actually layered. So I will help remove the layers so you can really understand that when in this chapter, when we say the most fundamental of entire creation is love, what does that really mean? Okay. So we'll do that. I'll try and make it very simple. We'll let Preeti continue and go walk us through the practice today. Then after that, we will today's time mostly we will spend on discussing. I would want to hear from you also what you think about it, right? So that um, you can clarify to yourself. You don't have to simply accept what I'm saying. You need to have that clarity within, because it has to become your experience. The purpose of this chapter is to experience. Unless you experience that, you won't really, uh, you simply will have a, okay, Shaileshji's experience probably is that I don't have it yet, right? So that is the purpose. We have to experience it. So we'll go through that. And I'm sure that by end of the day today, you will have this clarity and the questions why why should I not express love? Why does Shailaji keep saying that when you express it is not love? That understanding will make today clear, right? Okay.
Rather, I would say when you are love and anything you express, that is love only. And when
Ah.
I come and I say a few lines from the chapters, it just means for you to reflect what you understand from that. So every time when I say God is love and that is gentle pulsation, that is our experience, but that's not outer information anymore. And that's how we need to catch up with our practice. Also, remember there is one difference in unified and all other scriptures saying the same thing. And when we connect what we have learned here with those scriptures knowledge, we are not distracting, but remember what if we are not practicing it 100%, we are not giving our 100% time to it, we will not be able to experience it, and the gyan part will remain with gyan, and we will be stuck where we were. Nothing will change. But as suggested in the book, in the preface by Babaji, How to Live, How to Practice, and activity workbook comes handy. helping, supporting, guiding, then the changes reflect. All this knowledge, the inner knowing, the higher self guidance, the wisdom flows, everything will happen only if we remove the support that we have kept ourselves for ourselves. We kept some crutches that, we are busy in other things. I have to do this and that, and then only I can do this. It means we are not ready for it yet. And we have said this many times in the group that we have no problem what you do with that. But when you come here and you want to make an experience, what if you spend 1 year and you go back um, having what you already had? Not your experience, just the head filled with more information. It will not help. We will be stuck where we were and we'll say, oh, nothing changed because we didn't give our 100%. So, practice is important. Only if we are ready to practice, we should do this course. I would say it's not a candy thing that we just come and read from head and go back and relax. No. So it is for us to live. Definitely, we want to have identifying these uninvited influences moment, my heart's pulsation, and my higher self signal. We definitely want to have it. Even though if you do not have a signal, you are connected. Not in vague, in truth. Because mind is very smart. It will play game. You give the food and it will act. You make him very good, very rich, he will act like a rich person. You make him pauper, by taking it away everything, he will act as poor beggar. If we understand that, then we will understand why there's no positive negative thinking in the book, but there is only one God quality is defined, a set of God qualities defined. And when our thinking pattern is in that direction, we are in tune with God's thought. That is either with living with God or you creating your own world in your own illusion. So already this line is from the next chapter. Okay. So be ready for the next chapter. It is going to be tough. If we have not done the work before, how Babaji is guiding us. So as we experience love as gentle pulsation, the link to the creation, everything, the whole field where we work, where we play, where we grow is love. Here, experiencing love flow is only possible as the creator thought, I am making everything unique, everything is different. And when this love will come together, it will experience a flow in heart. So just take a moment and reflect when you were in love, not only holding in your heart, but you are putting it anything and everything that you are doing as a kid. Just bring that image in your front. Sit relaxed and just be comfortable with yourself. Take a moment. And with that child, that is you, connect with yourself. That child is so satisfied in itself. It knows it's sovereign. It knows it's not alone, and the whole other side of the world is connected with it. Take a look at the newborn baby, where we think he doesn't understand our language, where we think he can't even speak that he is hungry. But when he is sleeping, what is bringing that smile on that innocent face? And We have nothing like that on this planet. An infant smile, a very relaxed feeling that it imparts. Look at yourself in that state. We didn't understand, so we said that, oh, the angel came to play with them. So was angel real? So why it is not available to ourselves? We smile, but only on the surface, far, far, far away from that state. At least you can increase the volume of the music. Nobody told us that we are beautiful. But every glance from those tiny eyes that would barely open filled the entire home with love. What it's to be. Pure love, true love. We are not trying anything in that state. And then love become natural. Even then, even when we don't understand any language, that smile on that face, it just says, you know what? I'm connected with everything in the creation. It tickles me. I don't feel limited to this body. My body is expression of love, created in love, with love, is love. And the playground that we found in front of us was love. That is the unified field. Inside us, around us, within everybody and everything. In each one of us, that unique expression of that field, which had everything in it. And most importantly, the God's thought that is holding the entire creation together, ever expanding. So breathe from your nose to your toes. And let your body expand with every breath. Every breath feels like a wave. It flows one after the another. And so love is. That connector is not unresponsive or straight, like a line or where two objects connects. But it is like a wave that we feel in our heart. That goes up and down. That wave, whether it is high or low, it is love. You may think as the high of the wave is oneness, that is love. And when we come down, maybe you see your frustration, your limitations. That is also love. The lower self expression has to be held, just like the matter has to be held. Dig deep. Reach the fundamental and you will find love. So rest assured now that love is not missing from anywhere. It is just that I have so much of filters that I cannot see love. Eyes were to see the vastness of the creation. Everything unique, different, big. How can it see love? So God made a sacred space in ourselves, in our heart, where we can feel love. No matter what the situation is. So reach there. And we have found closing this eye is so helpful. Breathe from this space of love and feel that love flowing. We are radiating love. And we are feeling love again. Become one with yourself. There is no difference in the music played and my guidance. Feel your body, every organs. And feel your heart. And be there as long as you can. The moment you will reach that space, you say, I don't feel that sensation. But just know, the moment you reach that state, you can never come out of it. Never. It is so beautiful, immense. And then you don't feel separate. Whether you are alone or in a noise, nothing makes a difference. To that sleeping baby, everything is a noise, but nothing matters. See that baby growing yourself. And the day you saw the first rain, the big sun, or the moon, or the rainbow, or the wind blowing on your face, you very well remember what it was like. You thought about those moments, and you came here to experience. So what was the feeling like? Go dig deeper. That child is still alive in you. As if I am playing with everything. The sun rays, the wind blow. It is like responding to everything that is coming to me. When a ball comes to me, I throw it back. When I see a puddle, I jump. When my toy broke, I cried like everything is over. Since we forget all of our memories, nature gave us the opportunity to live again through our own children and grandchildren. So that we keep experiencing love in several forms. We think we keep changing. The body changes, the choices changes. But in all that experience, love only unfolds. its various aspects. So embrace it now, feel it in your heart, breathe from your heart. And I embrace the change. And I am not fearful that this love can go away anywhere. Now, feeling this love can bring joy on your face. That little smile, or even sometimes a little glow. That is the power of love. It is light. And with these eyes, when you look around, everything will become more vibrant, more responding. The trees, the plants, animal come to respond. They feel that love. Even the space you are in, those windows, those walls, and the doors, they become alive. So remember this feeling of your childhood, where you thought you were the king and the queen of this world, and nothing matters. Mother's scolding is just a moment, it will pass. Nothing changes. So breathe in and let yourself grow from that childhood, where there were a lot of self-worth, and that child started misinterpreting things not from their own, but again those definition of not aligning came from somebody. So the pain got started recognizing, the separation started. The separation the first time we went to school. And the first time we were told to be like somebody or something. Sit quiet. And a child doesn't know, but it learns it. Don't jump. You don't know. You are just 5. And then the radiance started dropping. We managed till the time we can, but with growing age, there were a lot of responsibility from the career path. Lot of homework assignment and nothing left. No time to play in the puddle. No time to gaze into the sunrise and sunset. Prepare for competition. Appear for this kind of test and that kind of test. The extracurricular. And we didn't even realize walking in that path where that heart stopped. Speaking, expressing. And we feel like a stone is kept on our chest. And we started acting from our head. We're looking at others. Sometimes trying to be like them because we have lost our natural self. Or sometimes we reflect the best out of my conditioning, what my mother taught or my teacher taught. And the whole goal is to become a good person. A good person. It is no different than go and live in Himalaya. Or we live as a good person in the society. Because we have abandoned our true nature. In both the cases. So we kept creating the experiences one after the another until there were a shaking realization from life. When nature had to become the hard teacher. The nature had to remind, what are you doing? Where are you going? Who are you? What brought you here? Where are you? What makes you act? And you wake up one day remembering this memory somewhere deep down, and I'm so far away from it. So pay reverence to this journey. It separated us from ourselves. And it's God's love that is always presence, seeing us in truth. It doesn't judge us with what we do. It keeps giving what we ask for. Now, the seeking of the self, of my true nature, brings me here. In the family, in the very society, where some living in illusion and some awakened. I am growing from here. always remembering this gentle pulsation, anchored to it in my heart space. Now I see. And it only says, embrace the change. Do not judge, do not fight. So remember this journey. There might be still some moment that will tell you when the love flow stopped. And we acted like robots. That was a game that we played. But our divinity never left us. So here we are seeking that love. Where to find? In my sacred space, in my heart space. From where the creation begins. All that I do in my life feel this love and radiate into the body. And into your aura. Beyond your body. The electromagnetic field is created with our heart's vibration. It is loud, expansive, filled with light, and vibrating in love. So let us deal with the uninvited influences. They came lingering to our light, feeling, seeking love, thinking their home. To each uninvited influences in my aura, I send love and light. You are each whole and healed. You are each created as love and light, and you are still love and light. Do not fear. Do not feel the pain. I know a perfect place for each one of you to go. And I request my higher self to take you there now. Each one of you, go in peace as I set you free to your perfect place where you belong. And the love is calling. And I send love and light to all the thought forms around me. That is less than love, less than light. not pure love, not pure light. I feel it, I transmute it. And I close my aura to all except my higher self. So I let go of any lingering thought from others consciously. I let go of my own stress consciously in this moment. And today, I want to learn to experience love in various forms. My dear higher self, please guide me and give me your signal. Have your signal and feel that love in your heart. When we feel love, we are unified. God is love. God is omnipresent, omniscient. And God is unique. And in that image of God, where the entire creation is love, I am love. It's the same love with which everything in the creation was made. And when I feel that in my heart, I feel entire creation. And I become omnipresent as love. And I become omniscient, all-knowing. Only with love. When I look at this God's creation as me, a unique individual is here to express God's uniqueness. So I am love. I am unique. I am omnipresent. And I am omniscient. I am non-judgmental. Feel this in your heart. How does it feel to be non-judgmental? If you feel separated out from the group, consciously say, I connect with the group energy. I connect with Babaji's light. The love flow. Is in the ocean of love, where I live. So, my dear higher self, tell me, in that ocean of love, everything is expression of love. So why am I don't experience love in all forms? And listen, you may want to make a note what comes. Those are the thoughts coming from the darkness. And immediately catch them for your claim today and ask your higher self, is my claim good for me today? Give me a yes or no signal. Maybe you want to create a claim for being with people. I don't feel love. My immediate judgment comes that everybody has their own meaning. They are mean people. They come for a reason. Or maybe from your childhood memory, whatever comes. A dog may you chase. A snake in the darkness, whatever makes you, whatever stops the love flow or feeling of love in your heart, any of such memory, where the two were there, me and others. You may write your claim for today. Ask your higher self, is this the right claim for me today? Are my words correct? I claim to experience love from all forms, and I accept to experience love in all forms. Take this moment and do your own custom. From now, you don't need to close the eyes. Just work with your thoughts. There's nothing right or wrong. Maybe those moments where I'm trying to fit myself in some situations or with people. Or we felt manipulated. We definitely have a correcting thought for this, as I gave permission. Unknowingly, unconsciously. Only there is pain in love. People deceive. So I avoided people. Maybe don't look so beautiful. You will not be able to focus on your studies. So many shoulds and don'ts. That we call conditioning. Not knowing why we are doing what we are doing. If we can't see what we have lived so far, we have a deep disconnection from our past. And we will not feel our heart. Tell me, my dear higher self, what is preventing me experiencing the love flow? When God made everything with love, why my experiences are different? And the only answer comes that you were looking on the surface. The two matter comes, they make noise when they collide. So go deep and inquire the truth. That is one thing blocking the flow of life, flow of love. What came from within, just let it click into you. Like a scream from within that I lost my uniqueness. So correct this one thought today, that I am unique as God made me in its image. I am manifestation of love, unique expression of God's love. So I heal and release myself. And I release the thought that I am not enough. I don't deserve God's love. I release this darkness where fear engulfed me and I was not living my uniqueness. I heal myself and I release those thoughts, all known or unknown, conscious or subconscious, where I couldn't feel love in various forms, or the love flow in my heart. Fear of losing myself in that unknown never let me be myself. And I set myself free, release my doubts, and live my true nature as love. So take this moment and see one person in your life that makes you feel supported, that makes you feel accepted, no matter what you did. Did it bring any smile on your face? Or your heart smile? If not, then just create one. You don't know how that person looked like. But there is someone with whom you feel unconditional love, where you don't have to change yourself, or you are not expecting anything from that person. Just that existence that keeps your heart flowing in love. Maybe you remembered your father's from the childhood memory, your father's love, gentle care, or maybe somebody very close at very intimate level. That kept reminding you about yourself. And your heart kept flowing in love, receiving and giving unconditionally. It is now, here, in this moment. It is that everybody is created in love, with love, radiating love, and we are open to receive it. And we are open to radiate. As we breathe, the love flows not only in my whole body, but in my entire existence. So I claim and accept my perfect, unconditional love with someone. You may have a name or no name. And I feel it. Do your creating formula with this. Having perfect unconditional love relationship is in the highest and wisest interest of all. It just reminds of us that, it's not the end of the world, even though things go wrong. It reminds of us of our true nature. Do you remember yourself being like that to somebody? Giving so much space, so much openness. Take your time to reflect. Maybe you want to write your story today. Of your entire life from childhood to now. How things changed. It was God's mercy that we still had somebody like this. And I feel the flow of love again. This is love is no more selective. It is my state. From my heart to entire creation, touching everyone in it and everything. I am that unchanging love. No matter what I do, I only radiate and receive love. So, my dear higher self, can you tell me something about love? Give me more knowledge about love. See what comes for you. Maybe just love is everything. Everywhere there is only love. And remember that you are in the ocean of love. Just like you see the fish in the ocean, see yourself in that ocean. You are with your light, making your path, the area to explore is only the aspect of love you are seeking. So swim into that ocean of love and find the gems. And in that finding, remember what you live, what you express is love. Because now you have recognized your core being, your core existence, your very fundamental is love. We have already released our claim many times. Still, let's do it one more time today. God and I claim and accept that I am unique, I am perfect, I am love. With forgiveness and thanks. Amen. Feel your heart expanded in love. There's nothing to forgive. And we already have the love flow established. And we are thanking for it. We have so much to take away from today's session. You may just want to keep it playing on the background and keep writing about yourself today. Stop and reflect. And just highlight those moments where the love flow stopped. The trust on love was lost. There could be many unknowns. So be it. Why it happened. Let it unfold. So I thank each one of you for continuing till week 12 to open your heart, to experience the love flow. So breathe in and out with your uniqueness, with your wholeness. Come back, giving a gentle wiggle to your toes and your fingers. And bring both your palms over your closed eyes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome back. after rigorous practice, just know that we want to see ourselves as we are without any masks. Let your life unfold in front of you. Take a pen and paper today and spend your time reflecting on what happened, what changed, and from here, how to go forward. So, sip some water and welcome back. To me, I felt as if I lived ages in this meditation, not just from the childhood to this age, but for many lifetimes. There were feeling of that darkness that is putting us in so much fear that we never wanted to express ourselves, what we are. We had no courage, basically. And it was because the knowledge, it was not so that we live what we are. We were always chasing out from the space. We never felt self worth. We kept chasing Atman, we kept chasing Brahman, but we couldn't see in ourselves. For many Indian family, Hindu family, we can see people doing puja to the tree, to the rain, and animals also. But we could never see ourselves as God, in the image of God. And because we judge ourselves, all our actions, every mistake make us less. So we are so far away from our true divinity that we all carry all the time. And the moment we start looking at it, we start living it. So thank you.
All settled. Lot of churning today. Lot of churning. We went so far back in our life and dug out. So there will be a lot of churning within. Give yourself the love. Give yourself peace and time. Allow it to sort itself out. That's what you will need. Um, Today, whatever I wanted to talk, and this meditation, it all was so synchronized. Most of the things you have already heard through this meditation. And Preeti is not aware of what I wanted to talk. So there is something that needs to come out. Um, for me personally, in my childhood, I don't remember, I must have been very young and I was very emotional. I used to cry for everything. And at that time, I'm one of my parents may have scolded or whatever. I somehow created this impression that uh, my parents don't love me, right? And normal, very normal with young children. Oh, you don't love me, right? They say that, but actually, my feeling of that shut me down completely, and that experience, whatever it must have been, was completely created in ignorance, right? I was so small, I had no understanding of what goes on, what's the logic, none of that stuff, right? But the impression got created and it got settled within. Now I am able to realize it was part of the plan. Today, that thing became even clear. I like till today, I used to think that it was really bad on my part to be in that state that I could not experience love after that. I could never experience love till I came to more than 60 years, till I started doing work on myself and so on. All my life I lived like that. Today, the realization that I got was that it was actually good, because in that in that state of anger, whatever it must have been, it gave me this thought that I am not loved. So I stopped expecting love from anyone and I prevented myself from receiving love. In the process, the result of this whole thing was that I learned to control my emotions. That was really a big thing to me. I think that was my strength all along. That kept me very strong. Nobody could actually blackmail me into emotions ever. That today I realized that okay, that was a preparation for what I am today. That experience that I got through it. So let me start telling you about what I wanted to share today, a slightly d- deeper layer of understanding what
Just,
love is, right?
just one little
Mm,
addition,
mm,
Shailesh, when you said
mm,
I stopped feeling emotions,
mm,
right? So,
mm.
um,
It was not stopped feeling emotions, it was learned to control emotion. Difference, there is difference. I felt emotion, but that emotion was completely under check.
what I want to bring here is how everybody can recognize that they are into emotions and they're uh, not able to control it. They're flowing through it. So the example could be understanding love differently. That that brings you act. That brings you to some reaction to something. With thought, that emotions, that action happens. Right. So controlling or staying behind the emotions, knowing that I am under influence of certain thought, it is that big thing, right?
Yes, that is the realization I had today, that it was actually a blessing in disguise for me. For me personally, I am not making it a rule for everyone. Everyone has their own path. They have their own way of experiencing life, right? So for my experiencing life, this was the I would say the positive side of that ignorance, right? Later on, as I was going through my career, we go through when you start moving into management levels, you go through several programs for development and so on. So in one of the programs, um, they identified that I had very poor emotional intelligence. It was caught actually, very poor emotional intelligence, and they said you need to work on it. This was one of the um, improvement areas identified for me in person, right? So that was the connection, right? So this is the downside of this, that emotional intelligence is being able to intelligently understand the emotion of others, right? That is the emotional intelligence. Now, because I suppressed my own, I suppressed my experience of emotions. So I was still, I to me, everybody was just like me. So when somebody is emotional, it's useless for me. Why are they emotional? And you understand my psychology, right? That's how I was all through my career. So uh, there are both aspects to it. You just can't justify one. But when this opened up, when I realized that it was something not necessary for me, that is when I started connecting to my heart. I had completely insulated my heart layer. I, that heart layer was totally blocked. So this is the downside of it. Okay. So understanding this thing that emotions have a role to play, emotions need to be intelligently managed. That is the critical part. When to use and when not to use. That we have to learn. So let's go back. Go back to the subject. This whole thing will fall in place when we discuss about the understanding of love that I want to share with you today. So in this chapter, this is all connected with the chapter though, right? So no abstract thing, just from the chapter, my understanding. In the chapter, we talk about love is unified field of Einstein. That's what is there in the chapter, right? Whatever Einstein mentioned in his research as unified field, the author here is saying that is nothing else but love. So let me explain this to you now, what this really means in physical terms, in your for your mind to comprehend what this really means. So let's go word by word now. Field. What is a field? Field is a space, it's an area for you to play, for your action, right? This is your lab in a way, right? So you go into a field to play. So every field is a space available to me for playing. Now, think about Wi-Fi. The field in physical space, you can see the field, but then field, when you extend that understanding beyond physicality, there are things staying in field that are available to us, but we can't see them physically, right? Just like Wi-Fi. You have Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi, you can't see it, but you use it all the time. Can you use Wi-Fi by yourself though? You need a device which is Wi-Fi enabled. Then you can use the Wi-Fi. There is a field. It's an electromagnetic field, right? Wi-Fi it operates in a field which can't be seen. Likewise, if you have a magnet, we call it a magnetic field. So anything that comes in that field of influence around the magnet will experience magnetism. Correct? Now think of the unified field that created everything. So there is a field that created everything. And in that field, what is the characteristic of that field? Love. That's what this chapter is explaining to us. So all the devices in the field need to be love enabled to feel love. And that enabling and disabling is left to us. Free will. We are all devices. We are all iPhones or cell phones, whatever you can call it, or a computer who is playing in the field called unified field. And that field is love. Your emotion is not. Anything you create from the field is an expression of love. So that field is not manifest. Manifest in the sense not visible to senses, not physically in existence, but it exists, just like the Wi-Fi. So this unified field, the characteristic is it is love. So all that exists in the field will experience it irrespective. That's why, because it is not manifest, it has to be experienced, cannot be seen by senses. And that's because it cannot be seen, it cannot be explained. It has to be felt, experienced. So understand, your thinking of love is limited to the expression of love. Expression means external impression. You see, you want to experience something in a way that your senses can perceive it. Your five senses. Our way of experiencing anything is five senses. So anything that five senses can perceive becomes experience. So for love to be experienced, it has to be expressed. Express means external impression. That is the expression. And we think that that is love. We are connected to the expression, not the love itself. Because our senses cannot see it. But whenever that expression is delivered to us, there is a part within us, that Wi-Fi enabled part, it can feel it. This is the layering. I am now opening the layers now. For you to understand. Right? So love gets expressed or becomes manifest in expressions that five senses can perceive. And when
What I
senses
feel
are
important
perceived,
here is, you differentiate the feeling and the emotion. Then it will be more
exactly.
clear.
Right, right. This is what I'm saying. So your emotion is a consequence of that feeling. Then your mind, when you are feeling, something goes on within you, there is some chemistry that activates, and then your mind says, well, what is this? I can't understand. It tries to simulate it. It tries to create, do. Mind has to do, otherwise it cannot know. So you
Mind
start,
has outer
do.
things to perceive from. So it saw somebody, and then it thinks that it has to act in that direction, in that way. If that emotion is too high, then it becomes a manipulated expression. Is from like, because the mind only perceives from the outer side. Inner side, it is confused to how to uniquely express it. That's what my understanding is.
The all I'm trying to explain is what we understand, we have so far understood love to be, is not what it is. When you connect it with unified field, it is just a field. It exists, and anybody who is enabled will be able to express it. That is what this entire existence is, an expression, manifest part of that field. The it manifest in the sense that can be perceived. There is a lot more unmanifest as well. Think of the Wi-Fi again. This example of Wi-Fi fits very well. So, because Wi-Fi is there, magnetic field still exists, right? In this Wi-Fi, if you have a magnet, it will have a magnetic field also. So, multiple fields can coexist. without interfering with each other.
That is how it is said by Einstein that the source is the unified field, on top of which every force can exist, right? And
Right.
even our creation exists on that. So when I say what I'm trying to differentiate here, that that feeling part is a body response. If I touch you, you will feel it. If there's hot and cold, you will feel it, right? And your mind knows it is hot and cold. You will know it's a soft touch or gentle touch. You will even sometimes experience that touch is in anger and this touch is in love. That differentiation you have enabled in you
Correct.
because it is happening inside the body. That feeling of that pulsation in the heart, it brings softness in us. It brings all that God qualities in us. So that is my true expression. And sometimes even that feeling that comes from, that urge of yelling, that urge of screaming out, is that intense feeling in that moment. But if you look at the emotion, it is my mind perceiving some action or some thought like that, not in the original form, where my mind feels limited, and it has recognized, it is trying to find out how to recognize it. So suppose I keep thinking the entire day that, Shailesh doesn't want me or he doesn't like me. And I keep thinking, in reality, that's not true. But if I keep thinking like that, what will happen? I will be away from the truth. I will be away from um, my true feeling. It is a simulated thought, a thought simulating my feeling. From a thought, I'm creating a feeling. From a thought, I'm creating a feeling. There is no truth in it. So I think what Shailesh is trying to explain here, what I understand, so that you can clarify if others also think the same way, that love, when love comes in expression, I want to express love. It's not our choice. It happens all the time because we feel certain thing and we express. Whether it is my true expression, maybe a yelling or getting frightened or uh, just giving love. That is my true expression. So what I understand from this chapter is that my expression in like 12 weeks where the heart pulsation is recognized, how it is letting me be who am I, my true nature. And now here is no more influences of others that okay, Sunanda ji is unified and I should act like that. This is the way I should express love, and this is the way um, I live my uniqueness. And it is driven from within. All my roles are recognized, all my dreams are recognized, all my desires are recognized, and they all exist in this package where I exist. So this particular chapter opens up a space where even it says that you have experienced love in various forms. It just says that the fundamental is love, but see your life and how it flows. You are experiencing love in all those moments, even those cry moments. So this is that, um, you know, love is not limited to an abstract concept, but also a living expression, right? So whether it is a driven from thought or whether it is coming from heart, what we are doing here, why we are correcting our thought to make it like a God's thought, what we are aligning to is love, is God qualities. And who will give me that? That will only come from my heart, my own knowing. I don't need any approval from anybody. So learning about love is learning from life. Learn about yourself and you will learn life. That's how I understand it.
Good. So, once again, understand the concept of a field. Unified field is a very important thing to understand, right? And in this chapter, love is equal to unified field. And Nehaji has very beautifully written here in the chat, love is the field in which thoughts, feelings, and experiences arise. It expresses itself through them, yet is not limited to any one expression. All of us are expressions, external impressions of that one thing. Physical, non-physical, both. They are all external impressions. When that field begins to manifest, creation happens. Creation happens is very important to understand here. Nobody is creating. Creation is happening because of the field. Every thought is created from the field. Everything in existence is a creation or expression of the field. And that is why he's saying, and that fundamental, that base, that is actually creating is love. So it is the nature of the field. And when you being the Wi-Fi enabled instruments, you are able to perceive it within you and you get excited by that feeling, but your mind cannot comprehend it. It's not designed to be that way. So mind starts struggling. Mind has been sitting in the driver's seat all our childhood since we closed it. By 7 years, we close the heart in whatever state it is. Our initial conditioning is done. Then mind takes over. From there, mind is now programmed for a certain pattern. So understand that we moved from heart to the mind. Now, whenever you have a feeling, your mind starts to create problem, which gets expressed as emotion. Not being able to understand that feeling, it becomes emotion. Mind becomes full of energy and it emotes. And that we consider that to be the expression of love. Ultimately, the source is still that feeling only. From the feeling, it all came. Right? But it's understanding that this is just an expression is very critical. In this week, all that everybody is now mentioning and sharing is they are experiencing expressions of love everywhere around them, in the family, children, wherever they are going, in their experiences with pets or whoever. They are now becoming aware of expressions. And how are they now feeling from the expressions is the experiencing of love. That feeling part is the experience that we all are getting now because we have become aware. We have opened the gate. We have, when you put your awareness somewhere, mind steps aside. Your awareness takes over. And when your awareness says, okay, this is where I am working, mind follows through. And then mind starts to explore, okay, what can I understand here? So when you bring your awareness to experiencing love, okay, I want to see where all am I getting love from? You have opened your awareness, and in that awareness, you are able to see, oh, yes, it is there, it's there, it's there. I was not seeing it all along. Just that my awareness was not here, but it is there. It has always been there. And when you perceive that it has always been there, what does it really tell you? It is telling you that the field is existent. It is there, always has been there. Anything in creation is part of that field only is expressing. This
Oh,
understanding helps you understand the various aspects associated with knowing love. One is feeling love is the true understanding, but then knowing the mind has to somehow comprehend it so that it can cooperate.
so Shailesh, that's why I think the importance here is coming to uniqueness. Mind copies. Mind has no way to react, no, it doesn't understand, so
Yeah,
it copies others. It's easy for
yeah.
it. So that is how, if we are living our uniqueness and how it is defined in the chapter, your roles are unique, your choices, your dreams, your drives, your, the way you look, the way you vibrate, there's a trademark where what is you. And if even if we do not understand love and we know recognize our uniqueness, then we give our presence there. Our presence makes a difference there. When we love our we live our uniqueness. Otherwise, in a set of people, we keep reflecting each other. We reflect them because they like this kind of response in this situation. So I try to create that. There's no uniqueness in me then. I keep manipulating myself, like the childhood, from childhood to now, how I kept manipulating. So coming to the field, understanding that my thoughts are creating my experiences, it is highly important that we live our uniqueness to experience the love in various form. And in one form, there is definitely these aspects of love, the feelings, the feeling part of it. And when we connect with God, God's love and God qualities, all comes in that. And once we start going deep in our toughest experience of fear and fight, then also we go and find there is love. For that we have to take a step back and then see we don't have to come to our old patterns of thinking. We have to bring this new awareness that you see, dig deep, and you will see love. That is what we are practicing. It means that love doesn't get lost in any such situation also. So it is like correcting my past experience. What I experienced in my past is also um, is coming under this experience only. Before I had no understanding, no clarity, and I was in separation. And now, when I understand that the source is love, I try to dig deep. That's all it is. And it all happens in our thinking, in all our past reflections.
The mind, how it works is by recognizing patterns. It utilizes what it already knows to decide on what it is experiencing right now. Mind recognizes only patterns. And this property of the mind, by recognizing through this pause recognition part of patterns, what it does is it tries to match what I'm experiencing. Is it same as something else? This one, that one, that one. Wherever it matches, it says, okay, I now know. And this is the reason why we try to be like others, be like something else, be like God, because that's how mind recognizes. It knows some patterns, it has learned patterns, and now it tries to match everything, fit everything in that square peg. Whether it fits or not, mind will fit it. So, knowing this is important, that this is the characteristic of the mind to move me away from my uniqueness. Recognize, how will you know that you are unique? Just because when you do not find a pattern to match, that will tell you, yes, this is me. This is how your mind will be lost. Because it will say, there is nothing to compare to. I have no reference. Sorry, I don't know this. That's it. It will surrender. And then you know that that's me. This is real me. This is the true expression of me. My source being love. So love wants to express itself as me. This is the one, which is not like anybody else. This is where importance of uniqueness comes. The, the true expression for which uh, the true expression in which you were being expressed is not matched with any other pattern in totality, the total package. So understanding this is very important, that my fabric is love. That's where I am being expressed from, right? My
Unique
source is love.
uniqueness cannot be expressed
Hmm.
if we don't feel love. It puts, otherwise it will put us in separation and fear. That's what I was trying to
Mhm.
say when Jasmine is asking to give more insight. So understanding this, that uniqueness, that it brings me, I cannot act uniquely. And people will come and remind you, why you think you are separate, you're different, you feel special. It's not feeling special, it's me being me, and I am living myself, I am giving myself permission. And it is only possible, you see yourself when you are stopping yourself to be yourself, is only when you have a fear standing in front of.
So
So
the
without
very
love, it's
purpose,
not possible.
the very purpose of telling you all this story is for you to understand the origin versus the result. I am telling you the sequence now. Okay. Why? Because you need to understand what is the cause and what is the effect of that cause. This entire creation, all your theory of karma is based on that only. Cause and effect. Unless there is a cause, nothing will happen. Right? And the cause of this entire creation is that field. So it cannot be the other way. If effect cannot create a cause. Effect cannot create a cause. So if you put on an act of love, love cannot be created. Not possible.
But I
If,
think the cause and effect goes in
if
a chain.
no, no, it
There's a
changed.
cause.
See, so there is a cause, then there is an effect. This effect becomes a cause for something more. That's a
Yes,
different thing.
yeah, that's
That's
what
a
I was
ripple.
saying.
It's called ripple. But
Yeah.
understand what is the root source is the field. This is the purpose of explaining. So when we put on an act of love, cannot create love. Unless there is love, act will not be created. So we we have to become the expression of love. I am trying to drive home the point that you need to become I am love. There is a meaning to that sentence. I do not love, I express as love. I am love. When I am love, all my expression is nothing else but love, just like the field.
For just meet you one more time. I express love. This is the entire conversation we are trying to give because, thinking deep, contemplation in every mind is different. Although the thing we are talking is same, but thinking is different, and um, it's different for all. But one takeaway from the entire conversation is this is that I am an expression of love, God's love. I am, and yesterday Ajay ji came and he beautifully um, explained that do not identify yourself as lower self. Identify your whole self, and then you see that you are that unique expression of love. Do not leave your swabhav. In
Right.
that swabhav, you are unique. Why you are trying to become like somebody? You cannot become Krishna by copying Krishna. So, in that uniqueness that you are, and when you come express, that is what God's intention. Because in that process, we will learn love. Stop putting banduk on other shoulder and keep firing. Take responsibility. This is what it means.
This whole thing is connected. This and the whole concept is very well connected. Only we are learning it in different aspects of it. But if you go back, everything is properly connected, right? And this
Harishi,
is,
please.
yeah. Mm.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm getting thoroughly confused now. So
Stay that
here we
way.
are talking ki,
Stay that
no,
way.
no, 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 I don't want to that. I just want to,
It
I've
will
got further
bring
confused
clarity
now.
from within. That's important. You are in
No,
PhD
because
class.
नहीं प्रीति जी आप मुझे समझने की कोशिश कीजिए हम जब पैदा होते हैं तो हम यूनिक होते हैं राइट बट दिस सोसाइटी आवर हाउस ऐसा मत करो ये ठीक नहीं है वो ठीक नहीं है हमारी यूनिकनेस बचती कहाँ है शादी हो जाएगी तो ऐसे करना नहीं वर्क प्लेस पे जा रहे हो तो ऐसे ड्रेसअप होना हमारा हम रहते कहाँ हैं मैं कब अपनी मर्जी कर सकती थी किस स्टेज ऑफ लाइफ में मेरी यूनिकनेस तो बची नहीं है ना अब मैं इतना डिस्टॉर्टेड हो गई हूँ कि अब मैं अपने अंदर की यूनिकनेस खोज रही हूँ कि यार अब मैं क्या चाहती हूँ मैं वो करूँ अब तो लाइक इट्स बीन एन डिकेड हैज
You are not
पास्ड
alone. And you are not alone. And that
नो
first
आई
step
मीन आई एम
you have to
टॉकिंग
take.
यस
Yeah, you
यस
have to take that
नहीं
first
बट
step that यहाँ से मुझे
नहीं
अभी जाना है. Happened, that
करेक्ट
नहीं
happened.
नहीं
And
नहीं,
it
एक
happened for
मिनट
a
नहीं वो
very good
तो
reason.
ठहर जा
मैं तो
ठहर
अब
जा।
तो मैं डिस्टॉर्टेड हो गई हूँ ना
हाँ, तो
नहीं
अब
सतीश जी
समझने का
प्लीज
क्या है?
मुझे
समझने का क्या है
मुझे
इसमें?
समझने का बताती हूँ
हाँ।
समझने का ये है कि व्हेन आई वाज बोर्न ऐसी यूनिक थी प्यार फील्ड था एक स्पेस थी राइट जब तक आई एम टॉकिंग ऑफ पीपल ऑफ माई एज आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग ऑफ जेंजी अब तो वो जो मर्जी आए करते हैं आई एडमायर दीज गाइज आई लव देम आई लव माई चिल्ड्रन व्हाट दे डू ताड़ करके मना करते हमें तो हिम्मत नहीं थी अपने पेरेंट्स को कुछ बोलने की या कुछ एक्सप्रेस करने की हम तो जो जैसे कह देते थे उधर ही चल पड़ते थे
Don't
कहाँ
tell me
से वो
that.
हमें
Don't
तो
tell
उसी
me
में
that.
प्यार
No,
आई
I
एम
will not
टेलिंग यू
agree. No, 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 no,
Oh
no.
God, you have to believe. नहीं, by
No,
and
no.
large, by
You are
and
just,
large. I'm not saying
now you
no,
see,
by and
by
large.
and
See,
large,
it is
yes.
never 100%. If anybody says
हाँ,
ये
yes,
ऐसा
yes.
होता है वो ऐसे नहीं होता है. I had a
हाँ,
love marriage. I am from a Sikh family. My family was dead against marrying a I mean Punjabi. Forget about मतलब हिंदू तो छोड़ो पंजाबी के लिए जो पगड़ी नहीं पहनता उससे भी शादी करने के लिए वो करते थे. My parents they send me to boarding school and पूरी दुनिया से उन्होंने सुना send your girl to the boarding school this is what is going to happen this is now she's going to love marriage right मतलब क्या क्या नहीं होता है था और अभी my son is in a living relationship see how I'm accepting see how my parents मतलब
हाँ,
what I'm saying is कि हम कब वैसे रहते हैं you और
So congratulations
प्यार
for those moments where you lived your uniqueness. So you can't say that you didn't live it. You have
हाँ.
lived it. You chose
And
this moment.
this is
no
valid
I
even
still don't
for your
understand now
parents. Every generation feels that my next generation is more free than me. Every
Yes.
generation has the
yes
same feeling. My parents had the same, which I am having the same. My children will have the same. This is going on forever. There is
नहीं
nothing to get
मेरे को
stuck with it.
अभी
Just
लव
know
का वो
that
समझ
this is,
में
But
हाँ
understand, this is how things happen.
हम्म,
Fine. Now,
yes
given the
yes
fact that this is how things happen, what is your question?
my question is कि I understand जो आप theoretically कह रहे हैं मैं इसको practical life में नहीं समझ पा रही हूँ you understand I whatever you have said कि field is there is a field is space
Hmm.
and a Wi-Fi you need a modem or you need a instrument through which your Wi-Fi can act
Hmm.
love
वो
you're saying
इंस्ट्रूमेंट
that
इंस्टॉल हो गया जसमीत जी. That's where the whole key is. You have to have that instrument installed. वहीं पे से एक्सपीरियंस
I
क्रिएट होगा.
understand thought जी
Uh,
मुझे समझ में आ रहा है कि सब कुछ थॉट से अराइज होता है you know that thought I also understand कि heart got at the age of 7 you come out of your heart space and basically you start analyzing in mind से कि ये rules बनाओ ऐसे करो वो भी समझ में आ रहा है बट मुझे अभी तक आपने जो लव के बारे में बोला वो मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा
समझने का है ही नहीं ना. Love
नहीं
cannot be
नहीं समझ
understood.
आपने
Love,
इतना कुछ बोला मुझे नहीं नहीं समझ में आ रहा
love cannot be understood. It is nothing to be understood
it
anyway.
has to be felt it has to be felt
Huh, and you have felt it. It's not that you haven't
yes
felt
and
it.
feel तो होता है
Then,
हाँ
what's the problem?
तो फिर कभी कभी होता है कभी कभी नहीं होता ना मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम
Now, now, this
वहां पे
means,
प्रैक्टिस आ रही है ना.
exactly. So this is where practices come. We have to practice. You have taken whatever number, 50, 55, whatever number of years you have taken to be this way. Now give it some years to be the other way.
Just a couple at least.
Allow unfolding. First thing is you are yourself a barrier. All of us, not just you. It's not finger pointing. It's all of us. We are ourselves the barrier in unfolding. We resist unfolding. We resist change. I have acquired all this in 65 years now. How can I let it go? This is my
नहीं लेट गो तो
asset.
करना पड़ेगा
This
वो
is
तो
my
मैंने एक्सपीरियंस कर
asset.
लिया लेट लेट गो तो करना पड़ेगा वो
करना
तो यू
पड़ेगा.
टॉट
नहीं,
मी
नहीं, नहीं. करना
हाँ
That
पड़ेगा
nature
नहीं.
kept for
नहीं.
you.
करना पड़ेगा is Shailesh ji's opinion.
नो आई हैव
Hmm.
एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस्ड इट बिलीव मी
Yeah, that's nature's
व्हेन
plan
आई
for
लेट
you,
गो
man.
Hmm.
You
यस
know, that's
यस
God's plan that even if you
दैट्स
miss
गॉड्स
here
प्लान
in your first phase of life, your second phase of life, still have chance. Or the third phase of life, you still have
We,
chance.
that's what beautiful. This is how life is so beautiful. It gives you possibilities at every step.
Because you are eternal. Nothing
we
defines you.
we just have to become aware. The moment and whatever you become aware of, you begin to do that. That's how nature
आई
works.
लाइक दिस लाइन आई लाइक
Huh,
दिस लाइन ऑफ योर्स दैट
huh.
अवेयरनेस will actually make us will not only will show us but feeling भी आएगी love की अगर हम present moment और awareness में रहें and second thing what I like is that you said stop manipulating ourselves for others like you know we are unique प्रीति जी ने बोला तो
Huh.
दूसरे को खुश करने के लिए हम हर बार गिवन करते जाओ नहीं इसको अच्छा लगता है ये
नहीं.
करो
But
नहीं
check
इसको
your
अच्छा लगता है
fears,
ये
na.
करो
What they are not asking us to be like them. It's my
Hmm.
fear that is making me act like
very
them.
true
So
Huh.
that's
very
where we
true
want to work.
but
That's where I have a
fear
correcting
क्यों
point.
होता है क्योंकि इन सम वे लाइक यू फील कि अरे चाय ठंडी हो जाएगी ठंडी हो रही है तो आई मस्ट गिव इट एज अ गरम तो आप बार बार बोलो कि चाय ठंडी हो रही है चाय ठंडी लाइक एनी एग्जांपल कहीं ना कहीं हर
उसी
एक
को
चीज के
शैलेश जी
साथ
कह रहे हैं कि that is not love. I keep
ये
manipulating that अरे दूध गर्म है हाथ जल जाएगा कटोरी गर्म है don't hold it this way. तो मेरा हाथ जलेगा. I have to experience that. That he has that kind of sense. Like you think you are the only one who understand this. One
And
who lives cold tea will always
please,
enjoy cold tea.
also please do understand
हम्म,
what I am explaining to you is my personal experience. It is not philosophy, it's not theory, it's my experience. This is
so what
reality
happened to
for
you
me. I am
once
living
okay
it.
once you we left जो एक पेरेंट्स के साथ एक एक्सपीरियंस होता है then we leave and we move on we have a married life फिर वहां भी आपको इमोशंस को सप्रेस करना पड़ा और यू व्हेन डिड यू रियलाइज आई मीन अपार्ट फ्रॉम योर वर्क प्लेस व्हाट अबाउट योर मैरिड लाइफ हाउ डू यू
It
कोप अप विद दैट हाँ
I never had to suppress emotions. They got suppressed way back in my childhood. I shut the
देन हाउ
door.
वाज योर
That's it.
मैरिज लाइफ How was your married life?
My
अगर
married life
emotions
was
नहीं होते
my
तो
married life was perfect. I had such a wonderful wife.
without emotions.
Oh my God, I can say all good things only about my married life
So
because
is it because of
it
her?
was such a blessing for me.
नहीं तो फिर
And of
उसमें
course,
मैरिज में
and
कम
of course, there were times when my wife would tell me, "Why can't you understand this?" And I would say, "Well, no, I can't understand it." And that's about all. And she was a I would call her my guru, right? She was in that format that taught me so much in my life through experience. And like there was never anything harsh between the two of us, ever. We always had fight. Yes, we do have fight, but not disrespectfully. It was always respectful discussion. So, just to give you your own example now, my wife liked to buy things. She just loved buying. I used to call her, "You are a princess," because she came from a family with very rich background. So she never thought about money at all. You just go and buy. And I was a semi-government employee with a limited salary. So she was never unreasonable or anything. When I said, "Well, this is how much money we have, do whatever you want." Then she put her brains to it. Well, okay, first I need to make arrangement for the food, for these bare minimum necessities, and then we will do beyond that. So that's how we started. She didn't even know how to go and interact in a bank. But she learned and did it. Fine. But understand, she loved buying things. Okay? And I will give you some examples. So, buying things means what? Dining table. I want this. This dining table is so beautiful. I want this. Good. Dining table with 6 chairs and 8 chairs and whatnot. All this. I said, fine. We already have 2 dining tables at home. Let's do one thing. Create space for this new dining table. Why don't we donate this one of the existing dining tables, whichever you want? And she said, oh, perfect. Very good. I know a family who needs a dining table, right? So we loaded up that entire dining table and all its chairs and everything. That was a very beautiful dining table, by the way. Very nice, it was like a Norwegian dining table. We just loaded in my car and delivered it to that family who were new to Canada and they needed furniture. Limited resources, we gave the dining table to them. So, and then we had space. New dining table in. Perfect. Same, this is what we started doing after that. I said, you have to let things go for things to come in. There is to be flow. Same thing we did with
But that is
clothes.
because you
Every
two were
6 months.
together. आप दोनों की थिंकिंग और दोनों का पैटर्न सेम था. मतलब अगर
नहीं नहीं
यहाँ
नहीं
पर ये
नहीं
होता कि नहीं
नहीं
पुराना वाला भी करेंगे
pattern
ये भी
was
रख
never.
लेंगे तो फर्क हो जाता है.
We were very independent thinkers. Our thinking was completely different opinions, but we learned to coexist. Right?
Like
So we
what I
found
want
a
to
way
add
out.
here, that the married life is, there's a purpose, and the purpose is to be independent, is to come to yourself. So there will be things where, things outer, how to work out, but internally you keep reminding each other that we are unique, and it happens silently if you reflect upon that. And that is what push us in this path. How else we would explore something which is not very clear? It's not also a course defined in like +2 or grade 10, right? That we have to come and study about self, know about yourself. It happens naturally with the flow of life, where our uniqueness is suppressed. So this is a very beautiful thing that happens to us and all the time. And there's a purpose, and it can be corrected. That's why these teachings are coming, and it is already there. If we have read this maybe um, earlier, we could have think differently. Do you think that when you are practicing this, How do you see your future generation when you come to this state of unified? When you understand that every expression is the expression of love, would you not give permission to express? Or would you put your own thinking or beliefs to others that do it this way? Like the way we feel we are manipulated and we are no more ourselves, are we going to keep doing it to others? When we recognize this,
Very
and this
true.
is what the whole generation that we are living today and working together, we are that foundation. So today we are finding it difficult to find love, see love, express love, or but tomorrow, 5 years down the line, let us all keep practicing this.
Mm.
See how natural it becomes to a human nature.
Right.
Mm. Very true.
But I allow carpets to be accumulated in the house, because when Shailesh comes, you will need all of them. So let it be there, right?
Pakka, pakka.
And let me give you an example now. After my wife passed away, there were some domains in the house which were just her domains, right? Kitchen, for example, the pantry was hers. I never knew what was there. After she passed away, I realized we have so many spices in the house. I did not buy lal mirchi ka powder for 7 years. Understand this? And this is what I learned after she passed away. I learned this thing, that in Anuba's kitchen, there is never deficiency. Annapurna.
Mm. So is
There
mine,
was
touch wood.
never.
Touch wood.
And till
Never.
today, that's how it is. This kitchen
Mm.
that she created is never deficient.
Very
If
true.
the market
Touch wood.
shut down for 6 months, I will have no problems.
For seven
I'm
years,
with
you
you.
have no
Same in
problem.
my house.
7 years is only the lal mirchi ka powder. We do need things to be replenished, of course. But
But
understand,
the atta packet has to get spoiled so that it can be thrown out to buy a new one.
right? So that flow needs to be maintained, right? Giving it away for making space for new to come. This is also for the mind. Remove what is not necessary now so that you can allow new knowing to come in. It's not just physical for the home, it's for the mind as well.
Everything.
Everything.
Mm.
Louise here
And
very well she used to say, when you go and buy fresh vegetables to cook every meal, why do you keep same thought from past and you keep
mm,
living this present life? Why don't
yes.
you cultivate a new
True,
one?
true,
Right.
true.
So
So
Similarly, like they say that
mm,
mm,
the
in a
biggest
basket when
hurdle,
you have a
mm,
mm,
the hurdle, where do we all get stuck, is our readiness, acceptance to let go. Our acceptance to let go. Unless I say that I am ready to change, nobody can change me.
mm, mm,
Right?
that's the
This.
moment nature wait for us to
Ah.
come to that point. And every prop is put for that, your husband, your wife, your so and so office and work, and we come
drama.
there. And
They will.
then the Babaji give big hand. Okay, I'm waiting for you here. Come.
Yeah. You think of his
Yes.
patience. He has been waiting for 800 lifetimes that we have gone through. He's been waiting. Okay. Keep doing. Keep doing. I'm still waiting. That is love. That is love in itself, right? The field. What you call is Babaji, to me, that is the field, right? You may call it Babaji or
It's a
whatever,
signature.
some consciousness, this consciousness, that
Mm.
consciousness. It is
It's a
fine.
unique signature of God qualities.
That's one of the unique signatures. Multiple of them are there. And you are one of them too. You are no different. Knowing this is important. Each one of us is. This is why the scriptures say you are God. What is the meaning of that?
Mm,
You are an expression of the same very thing that created the avatars.
mm,
You are also the same expression, just an expression.
yes. Mm,
Understanding this, accepting this reality, this is truth. Accepting this will bring a change within. Readiness to change is that part. And Remember, our life situations, our life experiences make us rigid. And
That's mind.
rigidity is anti-nature.
Mm.
Nature
True.
is used to free change. Keep changing, keep
Flexibility,
changing, keep
yes,
changing. And
yes.
we don't want to change. We are going
Mm.
against nature now, right? That
Mm.
rigidity. And the more we age, from myself, I know, the more we age, the more inflexible we become. We get
Mm.
fixated in thoughts. Bigger problem.
The day, just every week I change I have a lot of pots on the stairs, like it's a penthouse. But in the house, I like to, जो bottles, colored bottles होती हैं, I like to put a lot of money plant and put everywhere. So eventually, when they grow so big, either the roots go very like they cover the entire bottle or the leaves, and then you start trimming somewhere you feel bad. I try and save a lot of twigs into another utensils or some other bottle or a vase. But how, in spite of trimming the roots and the leaves and the shoots, still it keeps growing. That was amazing, when when I
Don't,
was trying to connect
there's nothing to
कि
pity
ये
about it.
बढ़ता ही रहता है, नहीं
तो
नॉट पिटी, मतलब यू फील बैड जब काटते हैं तो बुरा
no,
लगता है कि
why? नहीं,
कितना
नहीं, नहीं,
टाइम
नहीं.
लगा ग्रो
How
करने में
many,
और हम
how
काट रहे हैं.
many, how many children have you separated from their mother by cutting?
No, no, of course I'm not a gynecologist, but yes, many. That's the only way. That's the only way. But you have to be unique. No,
That's
but what I'm
it.
feeling is,
This is
I felt
nature.
both the emotions. Yes. No, you feel bad कि इतना बड़ा हुआ और आपने इसको काट दिया, but वो उसमें fit नहीं हो रहा. But see, in spite of that, it keeps growing. वो अपना beautiful पत्ता, beautiful twig, कहीं aerial root, कहीं से वो आते ही जाता है
So
non-stop.
if that is
बड़ा
the
मतलब
reality you are
abundance.
experiencing in front of you,
हाँ.
Jasmeet ji, that's a
Yes.
good thing. It's a message to you that you keep changing. You keep letting go what doesn't work for you anymore. That's how
More.
you take out those your dead leaves or yellow leaves and you say,
Yes.
I'm helping
Yes.
you to grow. So that is how you are nurturing
The
yourself with
bottle
your
mouth
love.
is so narrow. Yeah, it's a colored wine bottle or some nice bottle. You don't feel like throwing. And I keep putting plants in that and putting everywhere.
Mm,
So uska to mouth is very narrow. You after a stage you have to
mm,
declutter it.
mm, mm.
But I'm amazed at the frequency it keeps growing. वो
Ah,
बहुत प्यार आ रहा था
It's a
उनको देख के
message for
मुझे
you.
कि
Just read it,
I got
ah.
it. I got it. Yeah, I could immediately connect it when you said
Yeah, nature,
यार
You
ये
nature
इनको
is
चेंजेस हो रहे हैं तो हम भी तो बदल रहे हैं.
also
एंड पुराना
understand
अभी जो
that.
इतना
बोला
कट
ना कि पुराना
काट
निकालने में बहुत तकलीफ होता है राइट
तकलीफ
यू जस्ट
होता
सेड
है हो
ट्री
रहा था
प्लांट्स
मुझे.
में निकालने
यस.
में and that's how you said that it's all conditioned already now.
Yes.
I'm already lost. I have lost my uniqueness. I don't know where to start from. How should I ask myself what I want?
See, here
Mm.
only I only asked you a question. I only got an example, and how beautifully you connected everything and made a nice string out of a beautiful mala. You gave it to me with my own
The
questions and answers and similes. Nice,
understanding,
beautiful, very nice.
yes, but one thing now you need to start paying attention to is that why do you feel bad in cutting the plant?
क्योंकि पहले तो हम उसको नर्चर करते हैं ना उसमें सॉइल
हाँ,
वाटर चेंज
ठीक है.
ऑफ वाटर
हाँ, हाँ,
कंटेनर
हाँ,
we invest in that and
हाँ.
then we are the ones only who savior it or
And
replant it or
so
remove the
you,
dead. So
you
it's
so you are taking ownership of what nature did, isn't it? Actually,
I have
nature.
not taken ownership. I'm not getting air, I'm not getting earth, वो तो वही है. I'm just replacing it. I've done nothing, it was already existing.
Then why are you saying I am nurturing? I made it so
I'm
big.
feeling bad.
Understand that within you there is that contradiction. We have to start separating these things out. I am
Okay.
only doing a role here. All of us are doing a role
Role, yes, we all players in
for
the drama.
that love the field, the unified field to keep on expressing. It will keep expressing.
Oh, how beautiful, lovely, too good,
We are just playing a role in it.
too good. Yes. You know,
Understanding this is very important.
जी. today evening, I was expecting some guests. If they would had not come, I was supposed to go and meet. And at the same time, I was remembering Sailesh ji ne bola tha, "Aaj aap zarur present hona." I was thinking, should I have, if I go to the YouTube and everything, neither did he come, nor did I go and meet him. And I'm here in Zoom with you. Because in YouTube, I can't ask you my queries and questions, and we can't talk like this. So
Hmm.
there's something, sometimes things have to be just left to take their own turn. So this is another
That's when you
beautiful
start living
thing.
your uniqueness. That's
Exactly.
when you made your choice that I want to be here. That's where the moment you
Yes.
choose to be unique, you know. I'm not going
E-
with
Even
my
to yes, even to an extent, the younger son does not call every day. He calls it on few days. And here the session was starting, and here his call was coming. So I told him, I said, hello, hi, karke. I said, beta, I'm sorry. I have to go into a session. I'll connect with you maybe next time whenever you are free. So I chose, I took a decision, deliberate decision that I want to attend the session
congratulations.
today,
Very good.
over him. And I explained it to him, and he understands that if I want to go here and here. So that was
Well,
actually क्या होता है कि बहुत सारी चीजें हो रही होती हैं हम अवेयरनेस में नहीं
Awareness.
है हम मैं at
Mm.
least I'm talking about myself. If I am
Mm.
more aware, probably everything which is happening, it will be like I will, start connecting dots and having that. वो सब में यूनिकनेस की फीलिंग आएगी मुझे.
Yep,
I
yep.
now
And that is
आपके
the
सामने
part of
बैठे
you
बैठे मैंने
seeing healing. समझ लेना वहां से healing शुरू हो गई. The moment you recognize all your past experience were gems. Healing शुरू.
hmm.
बिकॉज अभी बैठे बैठे मैंने मनी प्लांट का सोचा मैंने फोन कॉल का सोचा मैंने वो सोचा जो मैंने इससे पहले तक नहीं सोचा था instantly when I'm talking to you I'm just collecting ki why am I here because I was not supposed to be here but I'm here I
Hmm.
chose to be here
Hmm.
तो
So,
वो मेरी
so,
उसमें मेरा यूनिकनेस था अदरवाइज
so,
आई वुड थॉट कि मेरा बेटा बहुत कम फोन करता है इट्स बेटर टू टॉक टू हिम सेशन तो यूट्यूब में भी सुन लूंगी हियर आई वाज contemplating in my mind कि सेशन तो यूट्यूब से भी सुन लूंगी
hmm.
और should I talk to him should I attend the session I
Hmm.
chose to
So,
take part
uh,
here.
so important thing also, how do you become aware? Now you are saying, well, okay, when I start becoming aware, then I can see so many things, right? So, to become aware, you have to be in the present.
To
When
be in
your
the present,
mind is
always to be
where
in
your body is,
the present.
you will always be aware,
I agree.
right? It's
Yes.
not magic. Awareness is not magic. You become aware when your mind is there where you are. Then your awareness is there only, right?
Yes.
That is important. So
Riji,
that's the
my
thing.
younger son,
Hmm.
उसने वो तो बहुत छोटा है उसने विपास कनाडा में ही विपासना किया है उसने
Hmm.
और उसने यहाँ पे टैटू करा के रखा है प्रेजेंट
Hmm.
उसमें इधर लिख लिया प्रेजेंट वो उसको
Yeah.
वो मतलब लिखा ही हुआ यहाँ प्रेजेंट जस्ट टू बी इन प्रेजेंट समटाइम्स आई फील बच्चे और यंग जनरेशन कितनी वाइज है और हम किस दौर से गुजरे हैं और मतलब अभी भी हमें अकल मुझे अकल नहीं आ रही और
They are
बच्चे इतने
our
आगे
desire
हैं
manifested. That's how
Yeah.
I call myself.
oh
I am the
yes oh
desire
yes
manifested of the enlightened ones.
Hmm.
वेरी ट्रू वेरी
Hmm.
ट्रू
अब
बहुत
वो
बढ़िया दिस
जहाँ
इज टू गुड
जहाँ
अच्छा
बहुत सारे बच्चे
अभी
दिख जाए एक फैमिली में समझ लेना उनके हायरार्की में टॉप में थोड़ी ज्यादा डिजायर बची हुई थी दे आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग इट थ्रू देम
हाँ चलो अभी मेरी शेयरिंग कंप्लीट नहीं हुई है बाय द वे
अब
आप
मेरी
लोग
भी
अगर
शेयरिंग
सोच रहे
है
हो तो
सॉरी थैंक यू सो
कि
मच
आज के
थैंक
लिए
यू
निपटारा हो गया शैली जी से अभी नहीं हुआ छुटकारा नहीं मिला अभी
शैलेश जी के साथ
हाँ,
बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स टॉक करते हुए एक और मुझे थॉट आया था विच आई नोटेड एंड आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर
हम्म,
उसके बाद शैलेश जी यू कैन कंटिन्यू बिकॉज इट्स ओनली वन लाइन एंड इट मे कनेक्ट मे बी टू अदर्स ऑल्सो बिकॉज द कॉन्वर्सेशन वॉज इंटेंस समटाइम्स वी टू टुगेदर टॉक लाइक दिस वी कीप throwing each other our thoughts and then we click somehow so something got clicked and I would like to share this whole part two is about the reprogramming right dropping one pattern and creating new things in our life. So, as we were talking about copying others and others, so the thought that came like from the discussion that coming out of the pattern is only possible through our changing awareness. ठीक है awareness कैसे change होगा which changes as our realization of truth happens within us no one else can do that realization of truth when it happens within us which is that gentle pulsation. Come back to that again. Sometimes you will feel it pulsating, sometimes you won't feel it. Sometimes you will feel you're off track. Sometimes you will be confused. I don't understand because what you're feeling, your mind doesn't know. So you be there. So being in the heart space, whether you feel or not, don't feel the pulsation, keep your awareness here. And you keep changing. Then there's no looking back. Then you are in the right gear. You will only go forward and your compass is set, and you will break the patterns of beliefs, that web that is not letting us see the truth, and you'll come to realize the truth, to live the truth. And that is the expression of love in your unique expression. So this is what I wrote in my notebook today.
Good. Good. These are important things to be shared actually, because these are all connected thoughts and they come through us at the right time. So we need to honor such things, right? They are part of the total flow of knowing that is going on. So thank you for sharing that, Preeti. I will very quickly conclude the last element of what I wanted to share. Pay attention. All of you or most of you have experienced having a child, right? That relationship of a mother and child, or grandparent and a grandchild. Why that relationship feels the purest of all other relationships. In general, in your mind also, there will be a hierarchy, isn't it? This is a better form of relationship. This is, oh, this is even better, right? This is divine. This is whatever. You can give it names, right? Why is it so? I want you to think about it. So my understanding, I'm not a mother, but I am a father and I have experienced it. Since my wife left, I am father and mother both. Double role. So this mother cannot be the mother that really is like your experience of having connected with a newborn. That is the experience I'm talking about. Whether you are a mother or not, you have to have intimate connection with a newborn. Why is that so special? Think about it now. It's you got married, you got connected to a person who is fully developed, right? That relationship can never be at that level that you have when you have a totally newborn in your hands. The difference, right? Understand this. This is because when you connect and grow with that infant, as the infant is growing in your custody, in your protection, whatever, when you are connected intimately with that, what are you connecting with? You are connecting with purity, divinity. And that creates the relationship. After that, nothing can shake it. Such depth of relationship cannot happen between two matured beings. This is my personally, I am talking you when my first child is a daughter, and when she was born, I was at the hospital, nursing home, and the nurse brought her and delivered her in my hands. This is your child. And when I held her in my hand, first time ever, something shifted within me. Big shift. Just by holding her in my hand, I was a different person on the spot. I lost total selfishness. After that day, I never cared what kind of shoes I am buying, what kind of dresses I'm wearing. That earlier I was very, oh, I want only this type of dress, this type of shoes, only these type of things, right? After that, my thought was, what will this child need? What would she need? What can we do for her? How can we make her comfortable? How can we protect her, take care of her? All those, like, it was totally a different mindset that I had never experienced earlier. It came from nature. I experienced God in my hand. Remember that. When you hold an infant in your hand, that is God present there, totally purest form. That connection, your being recognizes. Your mind may not, but your being will recognize it. This is the main thing I wanted you to understand about relationships. Why they don't go to a depth. But these ones are always special. You can experience it now. All those who have got plants. My wife loved plants. She had a huge number of pots inside because here we have snow outside. You can't have a lot, but she did outside also. Um, in the house, we had lots of plants. And she would regularly go water the plants. She used to talk to the plants and clean the leaves, and she had all her love for the plants, and she needed help. So I used to be the helper in that process. I developed fantasy for plant propagation. She wasn't really very, and she would do the cuttings, and I say, okay, don't throw it. I want to grow a new plant from this cutting. And I would do my experiments, my learning. But when a new shoot came out of that cutting that I had put, that feeling completely different. It doesn't have attachment or anything, but that feeling that you get, that experience, is the experience of the divine presence. So anywhere something is being born, know that divine presence is there. That creation, the process of creation, is the existence of what we call as God. All connected to the unified field. Unified field is the key. That is where everything originates from. That is the purest of anything that's possible. When you melt the ornaments, at the end, what is left is gold. That is the purest, right? That is what I am talking about in this entire creation. The creation, as it evolves, as it creates new expressions, that divinity is present there. You have to just be aware and feel it. Even the moong dal ka sprouts, I just love that. When I see the shoots coming out, oh my God, that feels so much life there. Understand this thing. Feel it in your heart. You will know. There you have no relationship there, no connection, no bonding, none of that. And you will eat it also, right? That is the understanding. So I want you, like, bring your awareness to these realities around you only.
This is what
They,
I wanted to talk today, to
hmm,
experience love flow. I posted the chat in the WhatsApp group, in Hindi group. And again, Deep Malaji, please, you can help me with that.
she did.
Posting.
She
Somebody
already
can.
did. She
Okay,
already
thank you.
did.
Oh yeah, I saw. I forgot it was at night.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
think like how to experience love. Yesterday it happened. Like my son was there. He was getting late for his school, and he had his breakfast, and he was running, washing his hands. He ran to wear the shoes, but then his father scolded. Why didn't you do the squishing? It will stay in your mouth for a whole day. And he was like very angry in that moment. It was a simple thing, but he was very angry because he had this some problem with tooth, and he had to go through a lot of treatment. So that fear made him scream like that, yell like that, you know. And I was watching it, and I thought, Preeti, what would you take now from here? Would you see his fear, or would you see his love? That, you know, by genetics, he got it from his dad, and he might pass it down to the children, to the son. So what will you take now? I was like calm, asking myself, outer things are happening. The kid is doing what has to be done. The father is screaming, but then, do you see love? So this is hidden in that fear. What would you take? So again, that thought came that if your past pattern is there, who recognizes, oh, he gets angry or whatever happens, you know, because we bring the child home, we attach with it so much that we think, मैं तुम्हें कुछ नहीं होने दूंगा, I will take care of you, I will make you somebody, something, I will always take care of you. So that goes in that attachment that, you know, make us such triggers. But as a witness, as a you know, person, if I am that person who is yelling, or if I'm watching that is happening, what would I take from that moment? So here, from here, what we want to start with, starting this week, you know, going out in the nature, it's easy to feel love because nature doesn't judge us. So spend time in nature, you know, explore and be in heart center. Those practices are here to come in the heart space with open eyes. Again, such a moment happens in the in home, and then take a step back and experience what is causing it, what is triggering it. You know the pattern, you know, even before the things would happen. So ask that question. So what do you want to choose here? Are you choosing your old pattern, how you saw it before, or you are choosing love, where your awareness is now in this particular week? I also noticed one thing. I got a pet yesterday. Like somebody dropped their pet, and it's a bird. It's a parrot, and it was adjusting to this new environment, and it was screaming a lot yesterday. So I went, sat beside it, and I start seeing into its eyes, and then I felt so much love, and then I sent that love to that parrot, and we got connected. He kept looking at me, and I kept looking into the eyes. Do these moments even with human being, even with pets, even with any picture of yours, the old pictures that you see, look into the eyes. They reflect true love, pure love. Even in anger, just recognize it. It is watery. It is filled with emotions. Sometimes it is confused, but you can transmute it where you are. That is your true expression of love. So these are few things that you could do to expand in your expression of love. All your furnitures, all your utensils, you brought them home. They didn't come to you. You brought them home, just like you brought your children home from the hospital. So, so look at them as you are looking at your children. You have so many all around your house. Bring that eye, and you will see they will sparkle. I have seen it myself. In a background, I saw somebody standing in front of a cactus. And I saw a dead cactus there. I mean, it was alive, but I saw no color in that. I saw no life or no attractive thing in that. But the person who was watching that, I saw she's like, oh, you are beautiful, you're gorgeous. She's admiring, appreciating that plant. That is a cactus. And I felt love, and I saw that glow immediately happened in front of me. So start recognizing it. Maybe initially it may feel like you are doing something, you're manipulating your mind, but we have manipulated it all our life with others. Why not let our heart express? So we have to live our uniqueness to to bring what I am today. ठीक है, कल तो कुछ भी था, and I have to let it go. You know, the change is constant. That's the blessings, and I don't have to cry and limit myself. Rather than I can just express myself. Keep expressing. This is what I wanted to talk today. I add to your practice. You can bring these things to
Yes,
practice.
very good. So these are all practical um, day-to-day experiencing techniques that we are learning. And the chapter, basically, this chapter is really empowering you. It's really making you never feel short of love in any way. Now onwards, you can never complain that I don't receive love. Never. Because this entire
ऐसे मेरा
creation
ढक्कन बंद
is
था.
this entire creation is delivering it day in and day out. Only I am not aware. We have to just start becoming aware. The more you become aware, the more you will receive. As simple as that. It's very easy, not difficult at all to do. Just try it. Give it a go, and you will receive it.
I'm not sure if I shared that in Hindi group or what, but as if like there would be many such moments you will see love, the reminders of love. So last year we were practicing, and many of the people they shared, I see heart-shaped trees, I see heart-shaped sun. Whatever I see, I look at it as a heart shape. So the other day I was washing my hand and I wanted to wash my face. So usually I would do this, but that day my hands were like this. So if I did that, it just came like heart. And I felt like, oh, a cup, hard cup, water I am using for my face wash. So it just clicks that, that awareness. It will bring you more of love so that you be there, you know.
So,
These are a symbol we created, the heart
mm,
symbol we created as love. And this
mm.
is just a reminder, a reference to all of us.
So what is the conclusion now? Conclusion. I haven't yet said that the last thing.
Oh my God.
The
Other than
conclusion,
present moment
why
and awareness, what is left?
what I
An
wanted
unique
to
expression.
I talked about cause and effect, right? Become the cause and not the effect. We are the source. We are part of that field. We are not separate from the field. Field is creating. You can become love. So becoming love is more important than expressing love, is what I'm saying. Expression will happen naturally. Become love. When you become love, I mean, think of the good. The jaggery, it can be nothing else but sweet only, right? That is its nature. So when you become love, there can be nothing else expressed but love only.
Shailesh, I
Then we
understand
have.
why your problem is in expressing all this.
Hmm,
You are saying you become love,
hmm.
but they are already love and they don't know. How can they do it?
So that's the becoming part, right? Being, instead of doing, be, which you are already. You don't let it become, right? So I'm saying just let it be, let it become. It is already, right? All I'm saying is doing is not necessary.
Doing happens, like creation happens.
It will happen. Let it happen. Then it's fine. You will naturally not become inactive, right? You will still be active. Expression will continue. But that expression will not be doing, it will be happening. Your own natural expression, which will be unique to you, your signature. Absolutely. Know this thing. So I just want to give you this food for thought, because my primary, I would say, intention is to move you away from emotion, which is doing, to being. When you are that, when you be, allow it to be. No, doing is not required. Doing will happen. That is called nishkam karma. without doing. Your free will not be used. This is the next chapter, by the way. Chapter 13 is that only. So um, just know that we have come to the end of the session because chapter 13 has to start. So that is chapter 13. Let's hear Sunanda ji wanted to now share something. She has a message for Ajay ji. So let it go into the recording. So Ajay ji can
No,
listen to that.
I'll not talk. Atmavandan Saviko. So many things I do not talk, so I will not talk about this. But yes, my realization I wanted to, when everybody was discussing, I was thinking to myself, my childhood, my father and mother both were never demonstrative, but I have felt love, whatever they do for us. So that's the way I have been raised. That's how even I have in my family when I have two children. So same way, but children taught me. They will come and hug, they will come and kiss. And my son used to complain, today you have not given me kissing. Eh? So like that, today you have not, hugged me. Something like that. So from them I learned, even even it is very, for me it is a shame, like when my daughter got married, the day they were leaving, means they visited, both of them. So while going, leaving the house, my daughter is telling, Ma, go and give him a hug. To my son-in-law. I said, wow, my God. He's telling me, give him a hug. So that also I did because I learned from her, She's really, really lovable, in that way. And even, I'll not talk about everything, but this thing, and from my son also I learned few things, and it became unconditional after they have gone from from the house, because many things, yeah, I used to hold it, especially with my daughter, but she was doing whatever the way she felt like. It is not that no, she was listening to me or what, no. And I have remembered during our time, oh, falling in love. No, 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 no. What about my parents? What will they, what answer I'll have for them? That, oh, you have arranged somebody, by yourself, something like that. So that never happened also. Even I didn't want it to happen also, because maybe that was the fear. So here, no, my daughter, even if, she did whatever she has wanted to do. So I learned from there to accept her unconditionally, because many things I talk to my mind, that you want to see your child to be unhappy when she comes to you. In a few days, she would stay with you. So in that, if you show your attitude to her, so do you want to be, show her your not the best part of yours? So that way, I came to terms with that. Yeah, no, my child cannot be unhappy because of my attitude. So unconditionally, many things it has come from our children also, many things. And other thing also about the love, even, even if Ajay says that like that, because I have seen from my parents, I have learned. My father used to come back in the afternoon from the office. My mother would be sleeping that time, resting time for her. So he would go to the kitchen and serve for himself without complaining. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I have seen that in my family. So that way, I never cared whatever was a complaint from each side. I said, that's how I have, no, I have grown. So it is okay. But slowly, slowly, as I came into the contact with the knowledge part of it, like Vedantic philosophy and attending our satsang, then slowly we learned that, that karma part, I really, even if it is outdated now, but for my it has made my understanding clear, very, very clear.
Thought is
About food.
outdated now.
So only Shailesh made it very clear while dealing with others, I was mixing up so many things. But otherwise, the reaction to others and how you have to, play your role and so many things. So that's the reason I can explain it to myself, even if it is hurtful or something like that. Then I talk to myself. That's how the mind agrees. I agree to actually reverse way. I agree to my mind. Mm. So then slowly now about this love part, what is the catching thing here? That pulsation thing. Oh, and that too it is connected to our heart. Oh, okay. So far I knew the consciousness, we all are in consciousness, sea of consciousness, nothing happens apart from the consciousness. Even if we feel, oh, God is inside us, we talk. And uh, uh, 4-5 years back, we were having children's class, so I was explaining to them. Then somebody told, one of the children, she asked, but how you are telling that he is one and he is in everybody? How it is possible? I was so dumbfounded that time what to answer. But see, my higher self was all along, he was there with me. Immediately, the example, just I have not heard that example also from anywhere. I said, see, the houses, the space, what happens to space? When you build houses, space gets divided, isn't it, from room to room. And when we break the house, where does space go? It is a space is everywhere. It doesn't travel anywhere. Eh? So she understood that. Oh, okay, that way, the same thing can be in so many bodies. So those things were there. The knowledge was there, and even I was trying to, even if I have not read so many books, because where is the time to read? And but I have understood the concept. And for me, easy way out, like, oh, I understood the concept. I never asked. So many times Ajay said, why in Patanjali Yoga Sutra it has to start from Kaivalya Pada, this, that. I said, see, Guruji has written the book that way, like interpreted the book without questioning that. Who are you? Do you think you are a Pandit? Oh, see, my my mobile, yeah. So,
It is
but
telling you.
yeah, yes. But I understood, yeah. First it has talked about the ultimate thing, then slowly, slowly it has described. That much is enough for me to get hold of that philosophy. No need to read anything. Whatever is working for me, it is okay. And it is working rightly also. It is not that, in any wrong way it is working. So, but this unified, the love, the masala of love it has added, the creation, I understood consciousness, everything, this, that, but that is the love, So that is actually that made the whole thing so special about unified book. So slowly, maybe for I can understand it. Yesterday, when Nehaji was leading the meditation, she was talking about the pet. I could remember we had in my parents' house we had dogs. Eh? So when you come near them, so in order to get love, inside like upside down with 4 legs up, they So you pat me there,
Yeah.
it is so cute, so much of love. No, it was oozing out from me yesterday while thinking about our dogs.
Yeah.
Eh, So even when you are talking about the children, when they are newborn, that clearly I have remembered about my son and daughter. Still also that, no, it comes. So I was thinking maybe 9 months they were there in our tummy, so that's the reason the attachment. But you can also feel, so it is universal. That means,
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
and yeah, and the Spanda thing, actually, it is very special. It is very special, the
Were
way
you
it is.
able to see it separately? Did you separate yourself with the spandan, the revibration,
Uh,
reverberation?
no, that is today morning I practiced, but no. Yeah, I'm getting the same vibration here and here as well. both, both, you know. So third eye and side by side, in my heart also. So slowly, maybe something is going to happen. I'm very patient with that. I said, let me see how it is
Then
going
be here
about.
and then see. Okay, be here, breathe with your breath, be here and then see. Separate
Yeah,
it.
that's what we did. Yeah,
Hmm.
I tried. It started throbbing, but it was there. The same thing was also there.
Okay.
Good, good.
Something is there because everybody, I was thinking my element is also something. Somebody told me, oh, you have held something which you are not able to release. But I don't know, Pritiji. So far, I'm not able to know what is there, what is stuck there. And same thing, maybe it is stuck in my heart as well, also, because sometimes I feel here it is, near the shoulder, it is pulling, something is khichatani, you say, no? The
Mm,
meaning can be like that.
mm,
Before I used to think maybe it is because of I carry my vegetables like this, putting it in the middle so that I'll not have any pressure on my shoulder. So maybe because of that, but no, it is happening from time to time, and whenever I do aura cleaning, it goes away. So I said, then it is not related to my, because of that, the reason I was thinking. Hmm? It is something, it will let it be. It will come out.
mm,
Sometime when maybe, I'm ready, like this time I went, somebody told me you try the past life regression. But what to say, I went all the way. Dr. Newton was there, but it was only for one day. Everybody could see so many things. I could not see anything. So you can well make out. I went and asked Dr. Lakshmi, his wife, that, Ma, I could not see anything. You are not ready yet. Nature doesn't want you to see. So in that situation, what to? Should I cry? Or should I be patient? I must have cried also. I don't remember coming back. But
Sunanda, do you journal? Do you write?
no.
पकड़े गए. You start writing and you see whatever that sensation and everything, it will come into balance. Writing is our subconscious activity, and all that you are trying to achieve is in your subconscious, and that you have to open. All these thoughts that you are seeing, you have to write it down and read it. First, write it down completely, then reflect on it. Ask yourself questions. Throughout your day, keep asking questions. Start any work with a question, and you see how well you will connect.
My problem is I do not question. I just accept many things.
Question. No, question. Ask questions, Sunanda. What you want to um, eat today? How would you know your uniqueness? So that's the activity I just posted in the group to somebody, that you start noting your uniqueness and someone nearby you, maybe one or two people. And then you see from that point, not as good or bad, not right, wrong, not anything else. You would know exactly the pattern we are all living. We all have unique desires and we all want to live that. And living under one roof, how will we live that? This chapter is talking about that, your uniqueness. So start in the morning, just ground yourself for a moment connect with Mother Earth and send love to your entire day. And then you start asking yourself what you want to do first. And then keep asking questions to lead your day. You would know your uniqueness, what you want, and start journaling as soon as possible. Maybe right after this session, maybe just put the meditation that we did today and start writing. You really don't need to go to any past life regression. You would know all about yourself because you would know you have mastered what you have mastered and what you are mastering right now. All the God qualities. It's in you and in everybody. But how to access it, how to live it, we are doing that practice here in Unified. It is ultimate necessity that we start writing our thoughts. It will start from there and it will evolve to write our inner wisdom. It will come from our heart through our thoughts. No Bhagwanji will stand, no external anything will happen. Only our mind will get purified and our thoughts will become purified. Yesterday I heard your sharing and loved it so very much. The way you said that, okay, Ajay does his own research and its own wisdom part is his. My wisdom part is mine. And that is where you hold your uniqueness. And you know you have it and you can grow on that. You don't need somebody's wisdom. It's like Guru sitting next to me and the other one is saying that I am the Guru. And that is a very perfect path of life. Very perfect path for you. You have chosen for your soul growth. So I admire you so much that you don't find yourself less, but you somehow recognize your uniqueness, but you start noting them down to have that experience, to have that inner calm, that peace, all that vibration that is throwing you out. It will become gel, it will become one with you. You won't feel any start writing. It will bring you many changes and then you can share what happened. It will sort
Okay.
out your
Yeah.
mind completely.
Yeah. I'll do many things now. I am coming to know that yes, it is my uniqueness in the sense I do not listen to many things. so, so,
We
so
all
then,
do, but we don't
yeah.
recognize.
so, so, so even I know my mother used to that time tell in Odia, she used to tell, na patha na satha. Na patha na satha means uh, in education also you have not excelled that much, not even dressing up. So I have taken it, but never it has left any traumatic feeling for me.
No,
So
you don't
try
know
to
that
not.
is acting through you ever. You won't know until you clarify in your head that you are
I
not
don't
good
know.
in, you are not in topmost. How come you are so special? So we all hold this block in ourselves. I used to think, my life is waste. I am not like as smart as Bill Gates, and I limited myself, and I wanted to jump from the rooftop from my home. So it's a bad comparison. And the expectation is to be like Bill Gates. Why? Not set correctly. It was not set correctly in the childhood. Accepting my uniqueness, the purpose I am living in this life, for this body, for this presence, and everything around me, this is perfect.
And
So
from your
start.
sharing,
Yeah.
I made note that you expressed clearly that you were willing to compromise in your relationship with your children, but not in your relationship with Ajay. That is
Oh,
that.
okay. Yes.
You look back. This is what you mentioned, and that is what I wanted to tell all of you. That relationship with the child is different. Understanding that is very important. Why is it different? Right? Because you have experienced creation. That is the real thing. And that is experiencing creation means experiencing God. And there you are completely in union. That's why you are ready to flex. You learn from the children and then and appreciate everything. But when you are together with another person who is as matured as you are, there is no technology transfer. Nothing will transfer because there is no potential energy between. Right. So understanding this is important. The learning process within us is and nature has created this for a reason. Understand that it's not just like that. Nothing is wrong about it. This is the case with almost every one of us. This is the reason why marriage is a lab where two people come together to learn from each other, right? And unfortunately, there is no school where they can be taught about it. So the learning has to evolve with experience. And the starting point, and the funny part is the starting point is they want to teach the other, not learn. The purpose was to learn, but they start just the opposite. And from there, the journey starts till they start accepting each other. Acha bhai, enough. Thank you. And they become just like each other. Funny thing is, at the end, you will realize they become just like each other. Why? Because that learning is happening in the background. Right? Consciously, they may not be accepting or whatever, but they start behaving like each other only over time.
They even start looking like each other. I have seen that in my childhood. I used to say they look alike. What happened?
Ah.
So
So
they,
this is nature. That's the nature has created such wonderful phenomenon. Very difficult to. I mean, like I am always in an awe whenever I understand, bring my awareness to some of these things. I feel awesome. That's the beauty of nature. Everything is so awesome that it has these wonderful things happening.
nature itself is
Yeah.
the hardest teacher, and it is always present only when we are ready. And it teaches with love, and it has that innate quality of being
Yeah.
non-judgmental, and that's
Yeah.
why we love being in nature,
Mm.
be it seashore, be it mountains or open field, or even it's um, a crowded place. If you are at your heart center, you will only find nature. It's been a very difficult for me to, handle the city crowd. I feel chaotic. But then it took some time to, remain inside. And lately I see that, oh no, it's okay. Like I went to Banaras and I didn't feel heat, although it was peak summer there. I was able to roam around and without complaining. So those kind of changes you start seeing because, it's just nature, you embrace it. And once you choose it, you have all the ways to live that. Nothing can stop you. Will never complain. You will make your ways, you will find your ways, but you will be in your heart space. Nothing can take you out from there. So this practice is so important. So taking it away from the chapter, I think Shailesh has completed his task. So what I also wanted to share that giving love and receiving love is first a mechanical process, because it's just like we were working in the field and then we shifted to the IT company where the mind is active all the time, and then we are finding our heart where it's all software and programs and hardware all around. It is difficult, so we say thank you, we appreciate, we recognize. So those kind of active things come, and in the meditation, that um, tag given to become a good person is all our the goal of life, the agenda of life, to become a good person. And then we define that good and we keep manipulating. Good mother and all relationship, we want to achieve some kind of award. In that, we lose our uniqueness completely. So taking away from here is that first I reflect in my own uniqueness. And, giving and receiving love is just part of learning love, maybe. But the one who constantly sits here in their heart, no matter what the experience is, your heart feels heavy, your heart feels like rock, you feel like crying, you do all that, and then you come back here, you come back here, you come back here. There's a shift naturally happens of becoming love. Then all your expression becomes love. Initially, you would like to recognize that, okay, I see how the chapter unfolds, right? How I see love in around me. When a grandchildren is talking to the grandparent, when a dog greeting me, when I'm sitting under the sky, these are all various forms of love we are receiving. So it is necessary to go out and experience it if we have missed it. If we have lived too technical life or mechanical life, then come out and start recognizing what is around you. Maybe you want to participate in that because other person is in mind. I am love and you are sitting in your corner of the room and you're sending love. It won't work. You need to go give hug to your children or your loved ones. You need to appreciate. That comes as your expression, being love. So do not hesitate on that. So don't get into the confusion, okay, should I express love or not? Is this love or not? Just be witness of what you are living into the moment. And you will learn love in this life.
Yeah, no, I can see the change with all my friends. With everybody. Everybody is younger than me, like 10 years, 12 years. They all are my very close friends. I don't have of my age any friend here. So they can, I can see, why they have accepted me. It is not that now, but much before. For 10, 15 years, we have been friends. So what quality of mine that they have seen, that's why they have accepted me as one of them. So, and slowly after this unified and even other things, if suppose you try to apply it on yourself, many things are there to do. Otherwise, reading just the knowledge, it doesn't do anything. That's what, I went back to today, I was remembering Vivekananda has written that when dissolution happens, everything becomes still, means the solid, the liquid, the gas, all dissolve into Akasha. Akasha remains. But as it is, even Akash doesn't have something like solid thing, with science background, you can explain it very well. And prana. Prana, all the forces, they resolve back to prana, that physical motion. And when creation happens, that time, prana comes out, the akasha gives body and water, whatever gas, but there is no life into that. Prana only gives life to to all the forces, to bodies, to plants, to water, to everything. So that is the love, nothing else. That is the love. No? So that way I was comparing. I took out that book. I said, what was I read long back? I could not understand that time. Now I can associate with that, especially with the unified what is written. I can identify that. So I can connect to that.
Chapter 23. Wait for chapter 23.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This book is very comprehensive. It has covered all the bases, by the way.
कुछ भी नहीं बचने वाला है. You will get everything you want. So
Uh,
what I wanted to tell basically, that don't put question when you are in action. Just
mm,
reflect. Whether it's act of love, whether it's expression from your mind, just be present and see what is there. What makes you, what triggers you to do certain things. And also there will be moment when you see, oh, this person is not doing anything. Naturally, he is reflecting so much love. He's gently talking to everybody or showing good gestures, loving gestures. Then you may question, okay, how is it different from love? Is it really love? That's where Shailaji is trying to bring our awareness that act of love is like manipulating love. The true love, that God's love is actually being manipulated in those instances where if you see deep down, there will be a mask of maybe what others think, or maybe I want to please
mm,
everybody. So those kind of thoughts will be hidden, and that is why, because there's no self acceptance, so we keep pleasing others so that others appreciate us, and we keep feeding our ego even to sustain somehow to some point. Then one day nature will bring us to that point where we truly understand our true nature, which is love, and then we come to express it. So there will be a test. It's a lot of learning in this chapter, and you will see from the society, from people everywhere. And the most beautiful lesson I learned today, and take away for everybody, I would say that we are all learning, or we are all here for learning, but we feel we are here to teach others. So change your perception every moment. I am learning from all life, and then you see how the beauty of life is.
mm.
Yeah, very nice. Yes.
It is so much fun, so good. Start enjoying every moment. Just be in awe when you see, oh my goodness, this thing, whole thing is functioning so accurately, so beautifully, and your inner knowing, when you get connected to the all-knowing intelligence, you will also get the answers to, well, why is this happening this way? That are those things will come from within without asking anybody. Your own knowing will open up, your own realizations will begin to happen, and at the end, the last thing that you will realize is who I am, the self. The at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end.
but yes,
uh,
yes. Shailaji, I wanted to ask, why did you tell me that I'm compromising with my children? Never I have thought in that way.
no,
Never
no, no,
ever.
no. You mentioned
Yeah.
that I learned from the children.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
learned to hug them. You changed your pattern to accommodate the needs of the children,
Yeah,
right?
it was okay maybe for me. I did
Uh,
not mind doing that.
Mm.
Yeah.
But to Ajay, you said, I am like that. This is how I have been grown,
No,
right? So you understand the
many.
difference. This is it's
Yes.
within. I mean, this is based on what I have heard from you, right? I may not have heard it correctly. So I'm just saying that this is actual practical experience that we all go through, but we don't realize why this thing is so special and why not the other thing. Understand that the phenomenon behind is that is already a created formed thing. There is nothing changing there because of me, nothing, so I am
But
also
there
not changing,
there
right?
is her true nature also, that all-knowing intelligence. If that part comes, like I learned wisdom from myself, that part comes, so it
Yeah.
comes from that all-knowing intelligence, nothing else. But when it comes to, who can change me? We are changing ourselves every time, every moment. And it
Yeah.
happens whenever there is a difference, whenever there is a uniqueness outside.
The important thing here is that when you begin to see that infant in Ajayji, then you will see that unified field there that created him. Experiencing that unified field will change total experience for you.
We are unique and still
Ah,
unified. So
right.
that is the key, that is the next step. But
Yes.
first
So
of all, recognize the uniqueness. and then recognize your being love. And so
Yeah.
everybody is. We don't have to become like each other, but we
Yeah.
have to allow, giving freedom, letting go. The many,
Yes.
many lessons, everything, all the life lessons are emanating from love.
So in this
Yeah.
chapter, why I gave you this example was that there are certain natural phenomenon because of which we are ready to accept them. But then there are other things which we don't experience. We have shut our vision, perception. So this chapter is opening us to those things which you don't naturally accept. Your child, you have naturally accepted it,
Yeah.
right? But your husband or any like your mother-in-law, father-in-law, whoever, whatever, right? These things you can't see God. Where is God? Where is love? Right? That is what we are learning in this chapter, that they are not different. They are both expressions of the same element called love. That we have to bring our awareness to, so that we can continue to see that seed that created this big tree. I am seeing the tree, but I have forgotten that seed that germinated, that beautiful life that came in.
That expression of love is also unique. So I would not say that you would be same with your children and your husband and your in-laws, but the
Yes, yes.
expression of love will be different. But it will
Mhm.
not make you feel them less or you
Ah,
feel yourself less. Just
Yeah.
unique. There's no other definition, And learning of life happens based on the life lessons. Something that we have learned before, we can embrace it easily. Something takes time, and that's why we are here in the body.
yes.
Explore, expand, and there is nothing that can take our divinity, make us less, or anything like that.
Yes.
Are we living our divinity? Are we living the qualities of God? Ask yourself. You would always find a doubt. You would always find a fear. Until and unless you sort it out, why? You can't live. That becoming love will be aware, becoming love will be becoming, like in progress. So being love.
Mm.
I am love. It's a journey. It's not a one night shift. It's a lot of work that we are doing because we identify ourselves through our action, thoughts, and
Mm.
the outer's expression.
Mm.
So this practice comes handy, that you
Correct.
give love, you can see them.
So I'm waiting for Rimaji to give me a candy.
First,
When
listen to Deep Malaji. She is also waiting.
yes, yes, Deepmalaji, you continue. I'm just
Yes,
waiting for the candy. Mm.
Atmavandan, Preeti ji, Shailesh ji, thank you very much. Every time, every day, something opens and something just whoosh, it goes inside and it makes me crazy. And then I have to sleep a lot. So, yeah, the thing is that so many things which we have, like we had in the beginning, you had said avaran. So, the what we learned from our parents, from their behavior, that is also one avaran which we are wearing.
Mm.
And what would happen if we remove all the labels which we have?
Mm.
Like I'm a woman, I'm belong to a family, army family, this, that, whatever. So many things. I'm well traveled, and when I remove all that, then who is inside is a little mouse, scaredy little thing. It's
Even
Only
that
not that
love.
even
scary little mouse, there's God sitting inside of it to dig deeper.
Only,
true.
only love.
So yeah, it is love, but it is a different expression. It's not the lion it is pretending to be. It's not the postures which my parents taught me. You should talk like this, behave like this, and walk like this. Even the clothes you wear, even the hair you have, the eyebrows you're making, you are trying to conform to the standards of the society, and that was made for a reason. So we can't make it chaotic. We have to, that's why at one place that you have to be practical and you have to do whatever you're doing. So that is one thing.
Mm.
Uh, the second thing is that, you know, when you were saying that you should think of them as the seed, and you're seeing the tree but not the seed. So I had this experience when I was before coming to Unified. If I couldn't forgive anybody, then I would sit in my practice and I would just imagine them to be small children. Then I would take them in my lap, and then that way I could forgive them. If I saw the big person who was like arguing with me and fighting with me, I could never forgive. But this method really helped me. Then I would say, oh, it's a small child, comes to me and say, oh, Baba, I'm so, okay, I understand whatever you did. And I had that way forgiven so many people. That's why when I came here, then I saw that it wasn't so bad like I would have a normal, normally I saw people had difficulty. And the other thing, when yesterday I shared that thing which I made, and then Shailesh ji said, bake the edges. So while Ajay ji was nicely telling us, and I was making the edges. In my dream, I had something. And then I woke up, I couldn't connect because immediately I started doing some work. I couldn't connect. Now, when I sat down and I started connected, I had such a big revelation what I'm doing, what my children are doing, and what the grandparents did. And there is such a link. It came through while I was just sketching this thing, and it's like suddenly hit me like a thunderbolt, I can say, because suddenly I realized, oh my God, this everything is we know it is connected by words. We know from the spoken stories, we know everything, but how it is connected, that when you feel it, it's absolutely a different experience. So like that, I think the love that is there all around us, but when we are into it, then there is no feeling. It's just blank slate. That's what I felt like when I'm cooking. I'm just blank. I tried many times to say affirmations and all. No, I'm just, because I'm connected to my spices, I'm connected to everything, and I'm just there. So I tried, Preeti ji, I said, you must say this. I try, but I cannot. I forget, and I'm just in the zone. I'm cooking. If I eat something out, I can make it at home.
If
I
you're
just know
connected, you
it is
don't have to do affirmations. That affirmation is only who lives in past and future, who lives others' mind. If you are living in your mind, then there is no question of
Exactly.
affirmation.
Yeah. So just
I'm like forcing
understand.
myself, let me say the
No,
affirmation,
no,
but
no, no.
after some time, I'm just flowing with my food and I'm just there.
Hmm.
So,
So just understand what you're
I've
calling
also said
as
that many
blank.
have already done their work, like you have practiced gratitude and all that. So a lot of work you've already done, right? So
Hmm, hmm.
so you have to decide what you need, what is good for you.
What you experience as blank is that your mind has been set aside. Your mind is feeling blank. Remember that. Mind is used to being in the past and future, and nowadays you are in the present. So mind says, I am not there. I don't play with you. That's all mind is saying. So you feel blank. Okay. That is the blank experience, is the mind sitting aside. Okay. So you are in the present, you are completely engrossed in what you are doing. That's meditation. That is the deepest ever meditation you can ever have. This is meditation actually, being in the present. So you are experiencing it so beautifully, you are fully connected. That's it.
I had this experience of Jasmeet ji asking me, are you repeating it? Is this your second time? I said, no, this is my first time. But I have done a lot of homework before I came here. So.
I
So
told you, yeah, I could see a lot of things, and many times I've told you that you bring the basket of love, you are already there.
Mm,
Just of the some of the limiting beliefs you are removing. So it's not difficult for you.
mm, mm. But you are recognizing patterns, right? Today, your revelation today is basically recognition of a pattern. And now you feel so light because recognition releases it. So when you
Remember,
recognize the
ultimate
pattern, gone.
goal
And
is
And the
here.
ground was being prepared when we were doing meditation and Preeti ji was guiding. For no reason, I was just tears in my eyes. I was crying and I had no reason. I couldn't connect any dot saying, why is this happening? But some sort of release happened. And then this thing was revealed to me. It was so amazing. Thank you so much. Awesome.
The
There are
purpose
no
of
words,
doing
you can feel my gratitude.
That's very beautiful, Deepmala ji. And because of your previous work, you were able to connect deeply in those days where tears are flowing and where you have inner connection and all that. But see, what we are trying to do here is reducing our conflicts, inner conflicts, bringing more clarity, coming closer to the truth, which is love. The course of truth is not course on love. It's the course of truth only, that is love. then the whole entire purpose, what will be the ultimate version of Deepmala or Preeti or Shailesh or anybody? Is being love. We are here to contribute to nature. Nature is pure love, but how many of us are living in alignment with labor and with nature? And when we talk about alignment, it is only coming in harmony. It is like feeling this nature. Now, Babaji has told you, you don't know what it is. I am telling you, like, okay, it is the entire creation. You are in body, you are in this particular frame, you feel it, you go out of the body, and you spot, it's the same feeling. So this is what you are feeling here. And now this chapter this week is saying you can expand on that. Now you connect, bring that individual unique, and you that connect and that let it flow like a wave, like that. So ultimately we are trying to contribute, become one with nature, help nature heal itself the way situation is outside today. A lot of conflicting mind, fearful mind, and they are there with their valid reasons of mind. So we are into a seeding a civilization that is based on heart, that is based on love. It doesn't mean that you won't be strict or firm in any moment, or you won't speak for yourself, but everything will be guided from your inner self, your higher self.
Yes. Yes.
And ultimately takeaway is being in the state of love.
So we had this, we were making a little construction and there was a gulmohar tree which was flowering. We had to cut it because of the construction. So the helper had put it aside, took out all the branches. So there was a long trunk about 7-8 feet. And I saw the other day in the garden that it was kept on top of the soil, but some green shoots were growing. So my nephew has a plot nearby and it is just vacant. So I said, let's plant it there. So we took it in the car and we planted it. It had some green sprouts. So my helper started saying, ma'am, it won't grow. It won't grow. I said, but there are green sprouts on it. He said, no, but as soon as we plant it, it dies. So we said, because we tried before and it died. So this time I said, okay, when we are planting it, I'll just send love and light to it. And yesterday I went and saw 3 days after there are new shoots coming all over it. And when my sister came to see, she and her husband, they were so happy because they said in a barren plot, there is a big trunk on which there are green shoots. So what Chaileshji said today is actually we are experiencing it, Balaji and me. We are in that sort of a state. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes. Perfect. This is that experience, right? And let me just tell you about the drawing that coloring you have done. It has given life to it now, right? I can see
Just
a man, I can see
I
in that picture a man walking with a cap on, right? That's what I was able to
it's
see that, right? So just this is how usually if you see computer generated drawings of neurons, that's the kind of map this is. This whole thing is that only, right? Where you can see how everything is connected. Those lines are the connectors of love, connecting everything in the universe together, bringing things together, right? That connector. That's what this drawing is representing. So
Thank you.
know this thing.
But I randomly took a coloring box and started picking up colors from one side, going
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
whole thing. I never.
You just created a universe of your own. Yeah. Just know that. This is what it is, right?
Thank you. You're the most amazing people I've met in my whole life, I can say. And I'm 60 now. In October, I'll be.
And you are one of them, most amazing people. Close to your heart.
Everyone is there. Yes, all of us are
So
that.
I was just thinking what I was saying, like a little more thought came. We think, that self-realization is also, we think it's our individual journey, or we think it's me, I want to experience. But when you see everything in God's thought and He is experiencing you, is it not His will? It is not His wish? Is He not trying to experience what He has created? Why we go cook food and eat food, taste food? Is He not doing the same? So our self-realization is not on us, maybe. That is how, that is why maybe we are not even on the spiritual path. We don't even know consciously. But that's God's will. It guides us on the path. it make us take the next step. So uh, even that self-realization, I feel like we are very much limited, a separate goal we keep or we start with walking on the path, but ultimately you find one day that it's not yours. Nothing is yours. It's not you want to know yourself. It's that it wants to know himself who created everything.
So, Preeti, you open the secret. Come on, you shouldn't do
Perfect.
that. Just open the secret. At the end of your journey, when you have self-realization, you will say, "Oh, is this what that was?" My God.
It happened
They,
one last time we were doing this session in the English session only last time. And I was stuck. I even don't know who I was talking to. And I was stuck with this thinking. But today, as I was just talking, I already feel, we have covered many of the part three aspects here, particularly in this week, in this chapter.
the
Experiencing
reason,
love.
the reason is because you and I are doing that workbook.
But this chapter is that connected, like a unified. You see, first part, how it is connected. They are foundation chapter, they triggered some seed here, and now we are opening one and one after the another. So part three is like connecting it all. So it goes deep. There, it won't remind you to do forgiveness. You have to be in that state by then, by um, how much? 16 weeks of practice, technically, from the book point of view. Uh,
Also, in the sessions, I don't know, somebody had written something about extramarital affair, and I wrote under that sabko khulli chhoot milegi. But on reflection, I realized this was wrong. It's not going to happen. Why? Because सबको बेचारों को disappointment होगी. नहीं है, because when you be loved, you will experience love in your original situation wherever you are. So there's not going to be anything out of it.
Perfect. You got it correct. Absolutely correct.
I brought it just to see how we judge love. I
Yeah.
brought to you this point to see how we judge love. How we have made only boy and girl can marry, and then there is a lot of riots when the two boy marry or the two girls marry, because we are so much stuck in life. The consciousness thought, let me evolve further. If this can show them love, if this can show them love, let me work.
So
So
much. But a couple of years back, a girl said, I'm going to marry my own self. And she had a proper ceremony. But she didn't give the proper date. Why? Because people will come and object to it. So she didn't give a date when she is going to do it. And she actually had a proper ceremony marrying her own self. So
that's
also,
actually one way you see we learn our own lessons. Nobody can force us, nobody can teach us. They're all they can, share their experience that somehow sometimes click. In this particular chapter, there is one hidden practice that is the second exercise. Experiencing love, unconditional, perfect love from someone. That someone that already exists. It's somebody who is in your past, or that somebody you don't know. You have not met that true love. But then that is not only the condition, you can still feel the love because you know what you want to experience. It's like, oh, like, Valentine Day, and you are given a gift and you think, I didn't expect this, I didn't want it. It means I'm not receiving love because I had a definition of love. So, there in that practice, we are trying to drop that definition and open ourselves for love and not judge love. And that one flow, that once we experience that love flow, that unconditional love, it just grows. Then it is very easy to learn all that we have been, like, easy to forgive others, easy to learn our self acceptance. It becomes easy when such thing happens in our life, or that experience in just in my meditation, if that happens.
Yes. So, very good. So, our purpose for you to expand your heart is not to get into affairs. It is not the intent. The purpose is to become love. I am love. Being, right? Be that. Once you are that, then everything is going to be an affair only. You will have nothing else but love, right? That is what is the meaning of Krishna having those many thousands of gopis. That is the understanding of that love, that everyone around him, he was love. So everybody experienced love and they never fought with each other also. Because that love is just love of existence.
Mm.
You don't want to possess it,
Beautiful.
right? That is the difference. That is the understanding. And we are all capable of being that, right? In our own unique way. We just need to get to that state and then we become unique versions of Krishna. Very unique. And imagine this planet when everybody is in that state.
It may not happen at once, but sequentially, and maybe over the period of time, it will hold that energy. That freedom, it is coming. You see the youngster Gen Zs. See, things are happening already. I just choose. I don't choose this boring 9 to 5.
And who programmed all of them? Who
We
programmed
did
all?
our
Why?
own curses.
Irrespective of which part of the globe they are born, they are same.
Mm.
So what does this mean? That the new version of Windows up there has this programmed.
I'll tell you, see, just like I said that we are ancestors' dream. They are our dream because we
Ah,
craved whenever we had to sabotage ourselves. We have to say, "Oh, I can't live my truth," and
hmm.
then they come with all those blocking thought. We created them.
Ah, that okay, they are showing, okay, see, this is how you live your truth. I will show you. So this
It's
is
hard to
beautiful part
take,
of
and our mind is confused now. What to do? Hurry! I never thought of this. How to handle this situation? Then comes the teaching. Give them freedom. Let them
yes,
go. What they
yes,
want to do, what they will bring to you. Let's watch and see how
yes.
consciousness or that unknown is trying to express love now.
Lovely. Thank you so much. We have
Thank
now today officially completed half the book. 12 out of 24 chapters are completed, right?
And but
So
I can say we are in all good state. Although people are not, everybody is sharing, but I am sure love is in the air, making difference.
yes. Mm.
Yeah,
So thank
for me, in between 4 5 days, in between when I was not getting the signal, this that
you.
I was, something was going on. What is happening with me physically also? These I'm not getting this. As I would say, overnight you will get. Do not worry. Do not worry. But that was not solacing me, that. But slowly I heard someone, in a talk that surrender part we know. No, we must have heard before also. Maybe that was the word for me in that time. Surrender
Mm.
and have faith.
Mm.
So it was, from that time, that day, I have calmed down totally, totally, totally.
Just
Whatever
now,
is
as you were
happening.
saying, that's what I got your message from your higher self. That trust, ask her to trust that I am there
Yeah.
and she is connected and talk to me, come to me, make yourself available. How can you make yourself available? By freeing here. You have to be here in this awareness. So keep your hand here, maybe glue it for a few hours and then see your awareness will be here where your hands are guiding. There's a physical touch, so it will tell you to go there. Then free is here, and then only you can hear your higher self. If it is too busy, too noisy, no, nothing comes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for
Okay.
such
Thank you.
a what a good team. As I was telling, I saw in a glance. So I'm catching hold of Shaila's both the legs. So that indicates how much of trust, faith, we have on the team, totally on the team.
Mm.
Thank you so
Thank,
much
thank you.
for that.
Thank you.
Lots of gratitude.
Yeah, trust and faith. These are two different words. They seem to be meaning the same, but they have one basic difference. Trust,
Yeah, it is
trust,
no
trust
faith and
develops.
trust something. Huh? Yeah,
Trust develops based on experience, facts,
experience.
right? You build trust, isn't it? Faith is unconditional trust.
Unconditional. Yeah, that's what he told.
There is
Yeah,
no condition. I
correct.
just have faith. Now, this is why there are two separate words, right? And you will usually see in religion the word faith is used instead of trust,
Faith
right?
is Shraddha, right?
Faith, yeah, Shraddha.
Faith is
Shraddha,
Shraddha.
correct. Yeah. Yeah. So, Achala ji has written exactly my
Oh,
thinking. So, I usually surrender is something in my mind. It has a connotation to it that somebody is under pressure to surrender,
or
right? In my
bow
head,
down to
yeah,
something like
bowing
that.
down to something. Whereas acceptance, you don't need anybody else for acceptance, right? So to me, the word that I would rather use for surrender is acceptance. I accept the situation. I don't need anybody else to be part of that. I just accept, right? That acceptance is surrender in a different form without the connotation that you are kind of making yourself less in some way. Accept it.
Uh,
Put in the feet
yeah,
of divine.
Uh,
That's what we have heard
yeah,
from the Gita.
yeah, the divine, the divinity in that, that makes it
Why not
simpler to
carry it in your
understand.
heart? Why to, put it
Yeah,
in?
till the time, yeah, the trial is in the process. Yes,
yes,
lots
yes.
of,
Next,
many things we are,
next
yeah,
time
putting.
Sunanda ji will come and then she will say, you know what? Surrender is outdated. Acceptance is new.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Excellent. Good. Thank you. Thank you so much. See, beautiful drawings are coming now. Everybody is making these are intuition drawings. Good. Excellent. Good job. All right. So let's conclude our session for today.
And take
And
away from the week one activity.
uh,
Recognize your uniqueness, journal it today, and recognize the very closed one you are living with,
uh,
spending most of the time, or you worry,
uh,
or you have conflicts.
and trust
Write
me, it's
down.
going to be very difficult to find your own uniqueness because everything that you know about yourself is copy of somebody. So it's not your uniqueness, right? Either my parents did like this, so I do like this, or somebody I learned this, my teacher told me to do this. So all that you know about yourself will be very difficult. No, this is not my uniqueness. This is like that, like that, like that, like others, right? So finding your uniqueness will be a tough challenge. So
If you
try
find your uniqueness, it will take you to the truth, that divine truth, chapter one. But still, whatever shoulders we put our gun and shoot, right? Find that
Yeah.
shoulder. I mean, wherever Babaji is written in the chapter, it is there like what feelings you have, what dreams you have, what thoughts you carry, what's your likes and dislike, how you look, how you dress up. So where it comes. So recognize it, and maybe you can recognize some existing pattern that you see around you. It is your pattern itself, but you don't recognize in yourself.
Hmm,
So others keep throwing on you.
hmm.
It's my fear that is
Mm,
coming to
Yes,
me
yeah.
through somebody, and
yes,
that it doesn't, the context doesn't have to be same, but the
right.
energy of fear is same.
Yes, good.
So it's just a revelation to yourself.
Hmm,
Start journaling at least about yourself, about your life today. Just play the like what I did yesterday. I played Nehaji meditation again in the
yeah,
afternoon,
yeah,
and I started my own practice writing. So do that with today's practice or yesterday's
hmm,
or the day before. All these practices, if you have,
hmm,
do it on your own time, what calls
hmm,
you for, and then you
yes,
reveal yourself and know that chapter number one holds the truth we can't see, and we are just dusting off the
correct.
dust.
Hmm. So today onwards, Rima ji is going to expand her horizon of giving candies not only to kids. Even old people deserve candies. Thank you.
Oh, you just added one more thing. Love is not for old people. Old people only can give compassion or, what that appreciation or care.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dear master. So we'll get together again for the next chapter next week,
Thank you.
as usual, right? So keep sharing in the group as well. We are always here to sort out thinking patterns, right? Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you so
Preeti.
much.
Preeti,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much. Thank